gorilla's balls. It helps to get me appetite. Four sharks' eyes with blue. Approaches a world I never ever could. I simply have no clue. The raptor tail just said to me, make faster, I'll eat you. And when I start to think about how it's just 5 meals created just for me, I can never get enough. How to eradicate, we are me, yes, to eradicate, we are meant to eradicate. Cyber
right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Summer Championship Cup. I'm your host, Compton EMT. I am going to have a co-host this week. It's not going to be Sosek. Sosek couldn't make it, but I am going to have Sam with me. So definitely, we're getting ready to start, but this is the championship for the Summer League. So, we've gone through 8 weeks so far to get to this championship cup, and we will see who is crowned the champion of the summer tournament. So, yeah, after this ends, though, there is going to be a fall tournament. It's going to start on Friday, September 6th. And it's actually going to have 2 tiers in it. It's going to have, an upper tier of the top levels. It's going to be invite only. And there's going to be a lower tier, a junior tier. It's basically, anybody who wants to step in. They're really hoping that this kind of, gets more people into the competitive aspect. So, they don't have to go and face those juggernauts of teams that you've seen here in the Summer League so far. So yeah, that definitely starts on the 6th of September. It is a Friday. It's not always going to be on Friday. They're kind of working things out, seeing how, what is better for the players, whether it's a Friday or a Saturday. As far as Fridays go, I will not be able to stream for you guys. The streaming will continue for Panzar. Don't get us wrong, but it's going to be a wonderful tournament today, and it looks like we're just under 4.5 minutes before our first matches start here. We're going to be watching the Insight and Smugness match to start. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get a call going here with Sam and see if we can get him on here talking as well. Yeah, so we have seen a lot of crazy stuff go on in this summer tournament. And it's just one of those things that, it's been crazy. We've seen a couple of teams. All right, Sam, you're with me. Can you hear me, Sam?
Yeah, I'm just getting some echoes, so I'm just trying to sort that out.
Yeah, definitely use some headphones if you got them. It's definitely very advantageous.
Hang on. Oh, I think.
So yeah, Sam, cool. you hail from the great UK, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, I heard you've been streaming some Panzar as of late. How are you enjoying that?
It's good actually, thanks for asking. No, it's fun. I do like the game. It's a brilliant game really, especially as it's free. Yeah, I first played this game and fell in love with it. I love the way it is. It has a couple of quirks to it, but hey, those are definitely just kind of, things I can deal with. So, but yeah, it looks like we're going to be watching Insight and Smugness. Have you been following the Summer League so far? Briefly.
Briefly?
It's been not massively, no.
Nice. So I'm going to switch on over to that main screen for you, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and get my my screen up there for you. All right, so as you can see, it's Omega Crew with Team Insight and then Pubmaster with Team Smugness. So that's who we're going to be following for this first quarterfinal round. So, yeah, you ready for this, Sam?
Almost. I'm trying to set up the stream for mine.
Yeah, definitely one of those things. Streaming, it may seem easy, but in the background, it's always turmoil. No matter what you do to work it all out, there's always some hiccups that happen. So, yeah, it looks like we're just under 2 minutes here for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and click the OK.
Just trying to work out how to join the game for myself. I literally only just got given the privileges for joining these type of things. Hang on, just quickly.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I do have my wonderful controller to give you that better camera, better camera play. So we are about 1.5 minutes out from this first game, and I'm ready. I didn't cast week 8. There was that 1 week off in between this and week 8. So it's been, 3 weeks since I've actually casted Panzar. So I'm looking forward to get back into it.
Right. Hang on.
Yeah,
It's all a bit of a rush.
Yeah, so as always, you know, we do have the chats up for you guys. Right now on screen is showing my personal chat from my Twitch channel. But here is the Panzar chat. It looks like we already have a little bit of activity. We got Parafox and Santiago. Awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. And here is actually the current viewer list that we have if it loads. There we go. It looks like we have Alan San. We got myself. We got Florent, Master of All, Santiago, Vainglory, and Zaid. So thanks, guys, for watching. Over on my channel, we do have, as the viewer list loads, it doesn't look like anybody's viewing on my channel. Yay!
I'm sure that'll change.
We do like to get most of the views over on the Panzar channel, so...
Yeah, that's understandable. Now... I'm just still trying to get into this game.
Alright, well, the loading screen has hit just now, so it's going to be on Orc Bergwool for this first quarterfinal game of this match. So it does look like I and Panzar Ian are both watching my channel. But yeah.
Okay, 1 second, guys.
Yep. So yeah, Orc Bergwall, here we are. We are loaded in. This is one of those attack defend maps, and it's one of the linear types. So there's your last puck that you got to capture. There is the next to last. Here's the next to first, and then that first instant capture down there. So definitely beautiful maps here with this CryEngine game. And those right there, if you guys haven't watched before or played before, those logs there, those are basically, you know, stuff that you can build things with. These actually build bridges. As you can see, the bridges down here underneath, there's all of the parts that actually come up that you build. So here we go. We are starting out. Have you happened to been able to get into the game yet, Sam?
No, I'm still trying. It's a little bit of technical difficulties.
Alright, that's fine. So we do have that first puck taken. It looks like they're going for that bridge, building that bridge right away. That's going to give them that third path up through the middle. It is down. And yeah, it looks like Pubmasters waiting at that bridge for those players to come up from Omega Crew. But it doesn't look like they're going to take the bridge right away. They haven't seemed to push forward yet from Omega Crew, so I mean, they're getting pelted by the Sisters of Fire. And yeah, you do see MG there using that shield for his teammates, blocking all of that Sister of Fire damage coming in, allowing his teammates to run up without taking that damage. So it looks like they're coming up that left side as it is right now, and slowly making their way to that point of contention, that number 2 puck. It looks like Fozzie actually dropping down behind the Omega Crew, doing some damage there. And it looks like we do have a few of the Omega Crew on the puck right now. We have one little sliver. It is gone now. So Bioshock using his tank shield, his tank magic shield, to block any extra incoming damage from the Omega Crew.
1 second, I'm just going to quickly try to sign out of my entire game.
That's fine, man. I can hold down the fort for now. So yeah, I mean, it does look like Pubmasters cleaning up right now, but Omega Crew still with a couple players on that point of contention right now. And it is a battle. We are still waiting a new respawn just now from Pubmasters, but we do have one tick off of that second puck. The last few Pubmasters are holding it down. And where is the rest of their team? I don't see the rest of their team coming on. So let's go ahead and check to see. It looks like, oh, because they are using a teleporter to get down there. I did not see them running down the hill. There's the end of the teleporter right there, as you can see. Boom. So yeah, it does look like we still have that one sliver up. Oh, and it is gone now. Pubmasters has completely neutralized it again, but we still do have one or two Omega Crew up there. Though now it looks like they have perished. Overview there with his Paladin, healing up all he can. And looking at the team setups here, it does look like we have one Paladin for each team, 3 Frost Witches on each. So that's definitely gonna, cause a lot of that freezing state. Yeah, I don't know that I like that freeze all that much. I like playing, tanks and paladins and things like that, where I'm up in the battle, and definitely the tank can counter the freeze, but if it's a smart Frost Witch, they're not going to allow you to do that. So,
okay, I think I've fixed it. It looks like it's loading.
Awesome, awesome. So we will have you in here. It does look like we still are having a fight. We're about quarter of the way through this second point of contention here. So, oh, and it's going up more Omega Crew on there. The worst tank stopping the capture for the time being. Yeah, and Worst Tank still in there, still fighting. Omega Crew still with people on there as well. So, definitely a big fight here for Pubmasters, as Omega Crew I'm not used to seeing. So, I don't think I've actually seen them play yet.
I think Omega Crew have actually got a few new players since they've last games, because I do remember them asking about recently.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. We are at 2/3 through that POC now. If Omega Crew can manage to take this 3/4, got 2.5 ticks left.
Right, I do believe I'm in now.
All right, sweet. So Sam is in. All right. So yeah, Pubmasters fully neutralizing that POC again. So all that work that Omega Crew put in is all for naught at this point. That bridge is still up, by the way. Definitely Pubmasters has not tried to destroy it. It is adding that third lane, that quicker lane. It's, definitely something that is helping out Omega Crew right now.
Yeah, you would have thought that's one of the things they would have destroyed first for the defending team.
Yeah, definitely. But, they don't have any TNT out here, so it is much harder than, say, the bridges going up to the wall. The bridges going up to the wall, there's TNT just outside of those bridges, so it's a lot easier to destroy them.
Okay.
It does look like Pubmaster's still on there, but Omega Crew still pushing. A new spawn coming up. We do see their pally, Dust Eater, there coming up, doing a little bit of healing. So you think they're going to be able to do it in the next 6 minutes, Sam? You think they're going to be able to take this POC?
I don't know, looking at the game at the moment, they do seem to be defending really well. So it's possible if they take out the defending team all at one time, so they've got the respawn problem. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. But at the moment, not looking good.
Definitely, if they did wipe Pubmaster, if I was playing for Omega Crew, the first thing I would go for is that teleporter that you see over there behind those bushes.
Yeah, teleporters obviously give you the advantage of speeding up the spawn process mainly.
Yeah. I mean, that is
that's what the Inquisitors, that's what they need to really be doing on defending teams. Going around, taking out teleporters, and obviously any gun emplacements and mages.
Yeah, definitely. And, those Sisters of Fire can also help out with that. Great characters for actually taking out buildings.
That's very true.
It does look like Omega Crew's teleporter end just went down. It was sitting behind that rock right there.
Okay, I'm still trying to playing around with my settings still a little bit.
And it does look like they've pushed Omega Crew back right now. I don't see a single Omega Crew teammate on the POC right now. They're all on the bridge, it seems.
They really should be splitting their attacks, like having a few move up the bridge while some are going around. It's definitely different.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as far as Inquisitors go, they do have one Inquisitor in Rays, so if he could probably take the outside route while everybody else kind of.
Especially as the bridge is just such a tension point, you can just lose a lot of players quickly.
Yeah,
it's just a lot. It's very hectic.
Definitely, and that is the bottleneck of bottlenecks. I mean, that whole long distance you have to travel. You don't have anywhere to run left or right. It's just go forward or retreat.
I do appear to be able to teleport back here. It does look like they're trying to take it out, though.
It does seem like we do have some of the Omega crew on there, as the POC has gone up 3 ticks so far. So, oh, 1/4.
Yeah, it does look like they're pushing forwards quite well here.
Yeah, it's just a matter of them keeping the Pubmasters off. Those Berserkers need to get in and make sure that their power attack connects and knocks the Pubmasters off of the POC.
They just got to be careful about those witches, the ice witches. If they get one decent freeze, and they could just destroy their entire team what's on the puck at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. And with 3 frost witches on each team, I mean that the limited amount of tanks they have, it's really going to make it hard for them to counter those frost witches.
I would not like that game. Ice witches is not fun.
Ice witches, if you can manage to say get a block on their freeze and then get another player attacking them, you can definitely take them down and basically just eliminate them from the gameplay. But with so many frost witches, there's always going to be one that's not accounted for.
Yeah, I mean, like most characters have counter attacks. Like the tank has the one where you can knock the witch out of the way. But obviously, that's got the it's got like the time down. So once you might be able to knock 1 or 2 witches out, but the other one's just going to get you before you do anything really.
So yeah, it does look like we are about at that 2-minute point. I think this is the point of no return. They might have 1, maybe 2 pushes left on that POC if they can manage to do it quickly. But I don't see them actually taking this POC from Pubmasters at this point.
No, it doesn't look good for them. I mean, sometimes you get those weird, sudden pushes right at the end, last minute, but it's not looking good, really, is it?
No, not really. And that teleporter over there in the bushes is really, the bane of their existence right now. Though we do see it just go down right now by Nair there.
Well, it's almost halfway taken then, actually. I thought they might have had it then, but it doesn't. It's definitely slowed. Yeah,
we are at a third. That is, and it's really sad to see though, because Pubmasters now reinforcing, even though they don't have that teleporter. I mean, we have a couple of tanks sitting on that POC. Tanks really hard to take out if they know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, my main character is a tank, and I could just sit there and take continuous damage on a point.
Yeah, and I mean,
as long as you're watching and blocking.
Yeah, and at higher levels, I mean, you get that extra 5% with your block, so you can take a lot less damage. And tanks, they may not be able to pack such a punch, but they are really hard to kill.
It's definitely true. They're a little bit OP and with the life, but I mean, that's what they're meant to be, aren't they, really?
Yeah. Obviously, they're not, mass damage dealers like, say, an Inquisitor or a Berserker. So, definitely them having that extra health gives them their own unique little standpoint in the game.
Yeah, they're very useful for an attacking team, obviously. You can just get them into the point and just hold the point for as long as possible. Especially if the rest of their team's been killed, that tank can stay there as long as possible, waiting for the team to respawn and support them.
It looks like we do have a Skyfire there on the POC. 10 seconds left. Pubmasters will have to completely clear that point of contention before they win. 2, 1, 0.
Good game.
Yeah, it is over right there as we see that clock disappear.
Yeah, it's a very nice defense. Yeah, they didn't really have a chance, did they?
So yeah, if my mouse decided to work, there are our MVPs. We got Nair over here on Omega Crew, 8 and 10, and Gork, 14 and 7 for Pubmasters. Both the the sapper variety of characters. So those sappers coming out early and being very strong with their teleporters.
Okay.
I have a low-level sapper I play, and one of my favorite skills is the wall. And I don't see a lot of people using the wall, especially in high-tier play. I guess, there's other things they could be using their class points on.
And I think we're going over to... Is it yeah, another STB game? Hang on, let's have a look.
Oh, are we changing games at this point?
Yeah, I believe so. I think we're going to... is it Keenade and
I'm not an SDP. Okay,
yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and switch that over for you guys. Let's go ahead and do not spectate.
I believe I think this is about 5 minutes left on the timer for this game, so coming in near the end.
Come on.
Okay, so I'm in now.
Alright, and I am loading. So what are we looking at right now?
So it looks like they've obviously got the first main point, and they're now attacking the actual castle. Both bridges are up though. They need to really take those out as soon as possible. And it would appear that the gate's been opened as well. Not going too well.
So was the gate destroyed, or was it the actual crank that opened the gate?
Yeah, it was definitely the crank.
Yeah, it is.
It looks like they've got
now.
that closed. That's
so yeah,
fine.
That crank, when you have a crank like that in a level, so advantageous to keep it just kind of on lockdown, whichever side you are. I mean, definitely in Alchemist Citadel, we've seen that crank be the decider in games on wins and losses. So
yeah, I mean, I've seen like the best unit to use for that is the tank. I mean, if you can get a tank in there and just start wheeling it away, it's almost impossible to kill them before they got the door open, and you can just get your team swarm in.
yeah, definitely. If you have two tanks, so one can say block the backside of the one that's cranking. Always a great little tandem right there for those cranks.
True. Just depends if people use the right different tactics.
yeah. So Haho taking it down. Dagon trying to put it back up. And Dagon...
Looks like they've given up with the gate.
Yeah, Dagon finishing off Aho. Or Haho, or however you say his name. Some of these names are quite interesting. I love them. Look at that. Angry Glebski.
Someone's just called STP, so obviously he's higher rank in the clan. Most likely the leader.
So we do see our normals with Jack, Peon, Death Star, all of those, Sokka, all of those wonderful players we are used to seeing here in the Panzar Summer League. So definitely a couple of teams we've been watching throughout the season, and they are doing battle right now. Well, only one of them will move on.
Yeah, 3 minutes to go. It's not looking too good. They are defending really well. Have they still got their bridges up?
Definitely, with that gate there, I mean, that gate, no damage done to it. They do have their bridges up. But, I mean, do you see a teleporter anywhere?
It looks like they've got one over here, actually, on the right. Yeah, there's one definitely on the right which just actually been destroyed.
Awesome. So, yeah, definitely that teleporter management is going to decide a lot of this game with a lot of, the bottlenecks on this map and things of that sort. I mean, the bridges, the gate, the doors up on that last POC. It's definitely, something that those teleporters are very important on a map like this.
Yeah, that's obviously definitely true. I mean, once you get your one sapper in, you can have a hidden teleporter somewhere, and the enemy team won't know. I mean, it looks like they've got one bridge left now. It's definitely a little bit hurt, but
halfway.
They've definitely got a lot of control here. Might actually be able to take it.
Oh, 2/3 now. They keep getting, they keep getting them off. No Mercy does, and
Lovely.
There it is. There is the pot capture, and more time. So looks like half the team going one path, half the team going the other. This means they're going to be able to get people on that POC, and the defending team here, SDP, is going to have to watch both sides at this point.
This is going to be interesting now. That was a beautiful takeover there, though. They had two ice witches on the point. They just couldn't get anyone near it. It's very nice. They just need to do it on the last point now, really.
Yeah, and it does look like most of the right attack has gone down. Nobody really coming from that side anymore except for their paladin, really, and their sapper, who's building a teleporter.
Oh yeah, I see that on the left. What they need to do is the defending team now needs to get 2 walls up on both sides. No one's going for it really.
Yeah, and those doors, they're right at that junction there where you see those round areas. They pop up, and it forces you to either destroy them or go all the way around to these back bridges here, and then come back through, which is going directly through the spawn of the other team.
That is the key element of defending this last point. And if they don't get that up, I don't think they'll be able to defend it.
Yeah,
but it does actually look like they're grabbing it now.
Yeah, those doors do come down a little bit easier than, say, that gate on the previous block, but they are definitely worthwhile to have up. Force the other team to move around them. Not to mention, on these elevated areas, like where you see the No Mercy teleporter end, you can build cannons up there that will allow you to shoot at people trying to destroy those doors.
Now they've now got the doors up, so that's going to be a little bit easier for them to defend. Just depends. The other team does have a catapult though, so that kind of just, with the catapult down there, they can get straight onto the point and actually evade.
And I actually did not know that catapult existed, so definitely, those buildable items, so advantageous to actually take care of quick and early and use.
There's 6 more minutes, or 7, they could definitely do this.
Definitely, especially if they can manage to get one of those doors down and filter through there. Right now, as you can see, they're having to go all the way around that back like we discussed before. But their sapper putting up the teleporter end right by that right bridge. So No Mercy players, and there we see a chain kill.
That's nice.
I love those chain kills.
Let's have a look.
So yeah, it looks like both doors still up, though we do have a totem up and a couple of orcs bashing on this door right now. They're doing lots of damage to it. We do have the teleporter right there. This pretty much shows me that their goal right now is to take out this door as quickly as possible. Let's get that totem up, get that extra power attack, energy, and get a teleporter there so we funnel everybody to that door, and it is almost down at this point.
Yeah, once that's down, there's going to be one hell of a swarm of enemies just pushing straight in. It's going to be a nice battle.
Yeah, definitely, though, it is a bottleneck, so it does make it a little easier for SDP to kind of say, hey, they're all coming from this side. Let's focus all of our efforts over there. And you see SDP pushing out at this point.
That's nice defense there. Got the fire down, and then they froze and iced. It was a bit of a massacre.
We're still 3 minutes on the readiness for that door. So, with 2 minutes left, basically, they're going to be able to throw that door back up. So if No Mercy doesn't take it in the next 3 minutes, it's basically going to be GG at that point in my mind.
Yeah, I agree there as well. Once that wall's back up, they've got no chance. If they do bring it up, though, it's a nice... They can get an ice. If they can get a couple of their ice switches on the point though, and freeze continuously with tanks defending, that would be the best point of attack for me, anyway, personally.
Yeah, and it does look like SDP throwing down almost a continual skyfire there on that POC. Actually, it's not continual because they only have one Sister of Fire.
Yeah, I swear she's shooting more than she should be able to.
Yeah. And that's one of those things, like in defense, if I was building a team, I would bring 2 Sisters of Fire. Just because to keep that Skyfire up as much as possible. It does look like we're about halfway through that POC though.
And it looks like we just had an update that War Inc. has defeated Feeding Times 2-0, and they're going to be moving on to the semi-finals.
Congratulations, War Inc., another one of those teams we are used to seeing here in this summer league.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. They're definitely a good team. I've played them a lot, like obviously off tournaments, and they're nice players.
Yeah, and it looks like No Mercy with plenty of players on that POC right now, though SDP just had a respawn that ran in there.
They're definitely going to be close.
Yeah,
now
2 ticks left.
Oh, nice defense. That's close.
And we have 1 minute of readiness on that door right now. So 1 more minute, and they will be able to put that door back up where we both said it's most likely GG if that happens.
Yeah, once that's up, they're gonna. It's like they got 2 minutes to push through the enemy spawn over the bridges. It's gonna be unlikely.
Yeah, as you can see, bringing more wood across the bridge, but they do have wood already ready, sitting there on the POC. If I was No Mercy, I'd take that wood and just jump off the edge or something. Make sure that, you know, they have to bring more wood.
So currently there is a bit of wood right on the spawn for the okay, they're moving it, I think.
Yeah, Dagon actually picking it up and moving it away. If he would have actually left it on there, once the readiness was done, it would have actually made the wall come up automatically.
Yeah, that's what I thought they planned. It's a bit weird that he moved it. I guess maybe he's protecting it in case the enemy pick up and grab it.
Yeah, we got 7 seconds on that readiness.
There's
4,
2 planks
3,
there.
2, 1. Oh, and Haho picking it up and trying to run away with it. Trying to make sure that door does not get put up, but nope, there it is.
Yeah.
If they can manage to get it up.
Not entirely sure what's going on. They're keen to.
Right now, I think it might not go up if there are people standing on it, though it doesn't seem to be going up still. There it is.
There you go.
GG, right there with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, they've definitely got this in the bag. Nice bit of defense.
Yeah, definitely a good job by No Mercy to push forward and get to that last point of contention. We don't see a lot of teams get there, and they managed to do that even though it was all for nothing.
And also the catapult's been destroyed as well, I've noticed, so they've definitely got no chance.
Yeah, every reinforcement has to run all the way around, and with 1.5 minutes left, you know, that's a good 30-second run right there.
Yeah, and even if you do make it all the way around, once you kill someone, I mean, they spawn and they can get that back. They can get straight to that point like 3 times faster.
So
it's
it looks like,
unlikely.
yeah, it looks like they're coming after this other door. Boom, TNT, dropping a couple of their players with that TNT, however, but that took a big chunk off that door.
Yeah, it's interesting. If they can get that door down, oh, they did actually.
So yeah,
1 minute.
That 200-second readiness isn't even going to come up at this point.
If they swarm that, yeah, I mean they could do it actually if they push through right now, but this is the last chance they've got really.
Yeah, I mean this is do or die time. No Mercy needs to get in, but with SDP pushing out of the bottleneck like Spartans right there, just stopping No Mercy, you know, at that, you know, the hot gates.
No, that's a nice bit of defense.
So yeah,
just one Zerker in the middle there. He's retreating.
Oh, he's definitely retreating. He's like, no!
No, it looks like their team's making one final push here though.
And we do have Haho on the block right now with a sliver.
He is burning though, so his life will be draining really quickly. And it looks like he's gone. He's been frozen. Yeah.
Yeah, and Run to You on his back, just annihilating him at this point.
Now, if they have one player off the point now, they're going to lose, so they are definitely pushing for it though, aren't they?
Yeah, and you can see the SDP players using that collision to try and, you know, while they're on the ground, push them off the pot.
Oh, look at that, one tiny little bit away.
The clock is gone, so it should be the end of the game.
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
is.
that's definitely done. Nice defense.
So
right,
yeah, our MVPs here, Vigrid with the Sapper 9 and 18, and then we have Vidmina Gora with the Sister of Fire 37 and 18.
That's
wow,
770,000 damage inflicted. Impressive.
Yeah, I mean, especially for a high tier game like that. I mean, to have that many, you know, that was more than a 2.0. I don't even remember what the KD was, but
that's nice. That is nice.
Yeah,
obviously that's got to be those Skyfires, really. So a lot of damage comes from that and the kills.
All right. So what's the word on what we are currently casting right now? Looks like we are going to be doing War Inc. and All Stars. Oh, wait, Kine and SDP still have another game to go. all three of the other matches have finished with Smugness, All Stars, and War Inc. moving on. It's just a matter of who's going to win this this matchup here.
Yeah, so I think we're going on to our second game now, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely. We're just over 2 minutes out from that second game. So the roles are going to switch. SDP going to be attacking, No Mercy going to be defending. Let's see where they get on this. I mean, I like seeing it go to game 3, even though it does take a lot more time to get through the tournament. But it looks like game 3 will be Sandstorm Temple if we get to that. So a little meteor match.
No, I do like Sandstorm Temple. I know some people don't, but it is good. Now, SDP do have a lot of ice witches, so that's going to be useful for their attack. And a nice amount of orcs, so it could be an interesting game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely they have to bring a Sapper. They have to bring a Paladin. I mean, you don't see a team win without a Paladin in this game. You don't see a lot of teams win without a lot of diversity in this game. So
They haven't got a Sapper, though. It's going to be a little bit of a disadvantage there.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and click ready since we are about a minute out. Looking over at the chat real quick. Yeah, it is sad that the one team did have to pick 2 other players because their players couldn't actually get into the game. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and check and see what's going on in my chat as well, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it looks like Kilder's watching one of my my IRL buddies, No Stress and Tetram are also watching. Woo! I don't even know if my chat's working.
Looks like the main action's on the main Panzar channel, though.
Yeah, as it should be, actually.
So we've got 20 seconds now until the game.
Yep.
So it's going to be an interesting game, really. I've no idea who's going to... I don't know, really. It was quite even last game, so...
Yeah, I don't know. SDP is a very good attacking team as opposed to their defense, but definitely one of those teams that has shown some real interesting play when it comes to these attack-defend maps.
Okay, so we're going in now.
Yep. Work for a wall. And actually, of my YouTube videos where I'm actually playing this game, my one on Orkburgwall is actually, the most popular.
I do like this map. It is a nice map.
Yeah, it is definitely one of the better maps in the game. So yeah, here's your flyby again. That is your last puck. There's your next last puck, your number 3. Your number 2 there, which is the first one that we battle over, and then your first puck, which is an instant cap.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to think. So obviously they're going to get that bridge up as soon as possible, I would guess. And most likely move a few people up, but I think while they're building the bridge they need to start moving some people around the sides. But, it's different with every clan. I mean, I know teams who they just don't bother with the bridge, they just all go straight around and just kind of rush the point. Yeah,
and definitely for some of those teams that we saw, jumping in and being real successful, that's what they have done, SDP being one of those. So I'm not sure if, they will build that bridge at this point.
Looking at it, no one is going for it at the moment. No, they've definitely ignored the bridge, they're just pushing straight forwards.
Yeah, SDP, one of those teams that really sees, the buildables as a crutch to them. And I've never really seen them spend a lot of time on the buildable, pieces that you can make for the map.
True. I don't know, sometimes that can be a little bit of a hiccup though. I mean, certain maps, the buildables are really like main elements in the game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Alchemist Citadel comes to mind on the wall because you can jump up there, but you still have to run all the way down to get to that down to the POC to get to that crank to open that gate. So on that one, definitely the bridge is more advantageous than any other map, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. That map, actually, the Citadel map is an amazing map.
It's a beautiful map at that.
Yeah, it's one of my favourites. Now it looks like they're trying to push forwards. They've got a nice little ice switch barrier there.
Yeah, and it does look like No Mercy taking a page out of SDV's playbook from earlier in the Summer League and pushing out, keeping SDP off of the puck. That's how we saw SDP, that's their bread and butter that they used to use back when the season first started. They would make sure the battle was out in front of the puck instead of being on the puck. We didn't see a lot of that last game until, the very last puck. It looks like No Mercy trying to do that right now.
It's definitely the best way. Obviously, you have the fight away. I mean, if that means if they do kind of fail and all die, at least they've got time to move forwards again.
Yeah.
It looks like they've managed to push their way forwards, though, to the puck. It's interesting.
Yeah, and Undertaker, one of those MVPs of the league so far. Pretty much every game that he has played in, he has been the MVP on his team. He's been the top player. So definitely one of those players that we like to watch, we like to see coming back. SDP having missed like the last 4 weeks of the Summer League.
It's actually impressive to see Paladin as top. I don't normally see that.
Yeah, definitely at the higher levels, a good Paladin, constantly healing those that are in the battle, constantly staying alive, working with a team, can definitely get a lot of support points from healing, especially with the powders, with, the health powder and the mana powder and all of that. All of those things give him those support points whenever somebody dies.
Now it looks like they've won the point, actually. They might actually be able to capture it now. It does look like it.
Yeah, 1/4 away. 2 ticks. 1 tick. And it's good.
There we go. They were just too late.
So let's fly on up and in and get our little view ready to go.
So it looks like obviously what they're going to do now, most likely they should really build the barrier first and then start building the bridges, but it's up to them really.
Right now, all I know is that No Mercy knows that TNT is up there. I don't see anybody grabbing it yet, though it does look like the Sapper moving that way to grab that TNT.
Yeah, it does look like that. They've not really doing anything much at the moment, though, are they? Not building anything. No Mercy, anyway.
Yeah. SDP, yeah, like we were talking about earlier, not a team that likes to build the buildables. You see Run to You jumping through the door and quickly grabbing that crank.
Oh, that was a nice move actually there. I didn't even notice that.
So that gate is open. Peon trying to put it back up at this point. Does manage to get it at least far enough up to stop that influx of SDP players, but
there's already a large amount in, so...
Yeah, Dagon putting it right back down. That crank so very important.
The No Mercy's got a teleport at the top though, so they can move straight onto the point as soon as they spawn.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting position for a defender teleporter. Usually you see the attacker teleporter end up there, but I don't normally see the defense teleporter.
No, generally defenders, they normally have the teleports behind there, like obviously the defensive lines. It's definitely interesting.
It looks like we do have a bridge that just went down over there on the attacker's right side, and players moving on up it right now.
Yep, didn't even... No, they're most likely not going to build another one, there's no point for that. The gates back up.
Casper dropping TNT down to the bottom. That's going to do quite a bit of damage to that bridge. It's already almost at half health.
Yeah, the TNT obviously on that part of the bridge is the main destruction thing. You want to just get all the TNT down there straight away to take the bridge out as soon as possible.
Yeah, and you see the Sapper there for No Mercy dropping mines down on the puck. Has a totem up. Definitely, getting ready for that next onslaught from SDP. He does need to put up another teleporter end, as it seems they don't have one right now.
Yeah, it looks like they've lost that other little one on top of the platform. Just trying to think, he most likely will... actually, wait, never mind. There's a teleport there. So then they've now actually got the teleport in a more common area that's behind them.
So yeah, it looks like he has both of his totems up, one on each side. Definitely great to spread them out as far as you can away from each other so that they don't actually take damage at the same time. We do see SDP up here on top of the wall, just kind of grouping up, getting ready to make their attack, and the Orcs go in.
Looks like they've definitely got the more dominant sides here at the moment. They've got the numbers anyway, they could do it.
Yeah, send in those clowns, those Laffy Daffy Orky clowns.
There's a nice freeze there by Nevelaski though. Or Nevelasha.
Neville Yashka?
But yeah, she got like 5 people then frozen, obviously slowed down the attack.
Yeah, and it looks like coming back in for another freeze, so nobody from SDP in there. Completely wasted at this point.
Dagon did take out the No Mercy's teleport, but it looks a bit too late now.
Oh, and Vigrid gets knocked into the muck. So they're going to have to wait for that Sapper to respawn and run all the way back before they have that teleporter back up and running.
It looks like they might have actually won this point now.
2/3, 3/4, 2 ticks, 1 tick, and it's done.
And
so
that is done, yeah.
Yeah, No Mercy running back to get wood. You can see him right now. Orcs just running. They have 1 piece of wood. Where is the rest of the wood at this point?
It's going to take a little while to respawn, won't it, as the points have changed. There we go, there's the second wood.
And it does look like all of SDP filtering through that attacker's left side. So, this is very detrimental here for that No Mercy team of Kind. We're already at 1/3 of the way through.
Yeah, I don't even know what the No Mercy team are doing. Can't even see half of them. They're respawning now, though. They're moving in. Got a teleporter on the bridge.
Yeah, definitely a great place to have that teleporter. It's far enough away, a little bit of bottlenecked, so that it's harder to get to, but it definitely shortens that respawn, run time. Still, even with that short little distance, as we can see both, the front and the back of that teleporter.
Yeah, now it looks like Casper's trying to get the second door down. Will he do it? Yeah,
he does. But now he's trapped.
Mighty sacrifice.
Yeah, sometimes it does take that sacrifice.
He's actually got out of it. He healed.
So yeah, No Mercy looking good for the time being. Both doors up. No teleporter.
SDP have just got the catapult up there.
Yeah, catapult. It did go up. 3 things of wood dropping down all at once. Yeah, that Kind team from No Mercy really needs to get down and take out that catapult, because that is going to be very detrimental to them right now.
As you can see, it's like the SDP's team's just lining up for that catapult now. It's a constant stream, just moving in. Kind of just makes those doors irrelevant.
Yeah, and you gotta kind of wonder. I mean, did they plan the way that these players came in? Because first you saw a tank come in, and a berserker. Then you saw their frost witch. You saw all their squishies come in, and then the rest of the orcs come in after that. So were they trying to get the freeze on before the rest of the orcs came in and just kind of decimate? I don't know, but we do have a steam hammer. Yes.
No, they are definitely annoying.
That is going to stop all of that frost witch, mayhem from SDP.
Yeah, so the hammer basically stops any type of magical use nearby.
Yeah, and we can see the two tanks defending that as much as they could. It is down now, but you had both the tanks from No Mercy trying to defend that steam hammer.
Now they do have a mine on the point as well, so but it looks like a witch is trying to destroy it. Soka's shooting the mine.
Yeah, and definitely their sapper, if he could have gotten 2 walls up in front of that steam hammer, it would have lived a lot longer.
It would have probably changed a lot of the outcome of the game.
Yeah, we are 11 minutes and 40 seconds still on the clock as SDP has quickly taken several of the Hawks in succession without getting low on the time.
Yeah, they've got a lot of time here. They can. I think SDP have got this game at the current rate anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if they can manage to keep doing what they're doing, and the funny part is, No Mercy has not touched this catapult.
It's interesting. what I like here is SDP have got just a couple of their orcs on the bridge, stopping No Mercy pushing forwards, while the rest of their team is obviously on the point capturing it.
Yeah, and you gotta wonder at this point. I mean, yeah, that catapult allows them to, get in there and get to the puck, but as we're watching the puck getting taken right now and almost done, but you got to think in your mind, hey, SDP's main way that they play, as we see the game, almost coming to its end, or having come to its end, you got to think.
Won.
With our MVPs showing Dagon and Vigorate again, you got to think, they're thinking SDP always, masses up and just comes in for one big attack. That catapult actually made them have to come in one by one. Could have that possibly been kind of a play the player aspect that that No Mercy team was going for?
Possibly. I mean, obviously it didn't work for them, but
yeah, and they had a lot of time to fight against. So
Dagon has a nice. He got 5 kill death ratio for that game.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like we're moving on to the semis. Oh, a little bit of bubbly. So yeah, I'm pretty sure our game here is going to be War Inc. and All Stars. So looks like it's going to be best of 5 at this point. Really?
Best of 5?
Best of 5? Taro, you want to confirm that? It says 2-3 wins, has 5 of them. You have Jungle Village, Orc Shrine, and Cannibal Stronghold. Yes, it is.
Yeah, jeez.
So 2 domination. You get the attack, defend, and then you get the 2 dominations. Yeah, and then Cannibal Stronghold, which is King of the Hill.
Right. Anyway, while that's doing that, I'll just quickly go get a drink.
Sounds like a plan.
And I'll be back in a minute.
So yeah, semifinals will be best of 5, ladies and gentlemen. Dwarven Quarry twice, Jungle Village domination, Orc Shrine domination if needed, and then if needed, a 5th game for King of the Hill on Cannibal Stronghold. So definitely breaking from that best of 3 format that we've seen for this championship tournament. We want to get you all of the Panzar top tier play that you can possibly ask for with this best of 5. So yeah, it does look like 12:10 will be our start time according to my clock. Server's about 2 minutes fast, so it's going to probably be 12:08. So we got about 15-minute break here. Yeah.
This timer just went down, I think. It was 10 past 8, wasn't it?
It just started for me. So yeah, after this Summer League Championship Cup here, we are going to be, there's going to be, a little bit of time, a little bit of hiatus. And then on the 6th, we're actually going to be, having the Fall League start. There's going to be 2 tiers. There's going to be the upper invite-only tier where you can see, like the Pub Masters, the War Inks, the No Mercies. They're going to be up in that tier. But there's now going to be a junior tier as well where, if you were thinking about getting into the competitive aspect of Panzar, but you didn't want to play against these juggernauts like, the teams we're seeing here, there is going to be a bracket for you. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be everything for that lower tier of play. So, yeah, you have to play in that first hidden invite, I guess. So, yeah, if you're looking to get into the competitive scene for Panzar, definitely check out the Panzar website, panzar.com, and go check on those tournaments because the fall tournament series is going to be starting here in a few weeks, and you can get in on that battle. And, are you expecting to see a lot more teams, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm actually building my own team at the moment. And I know a lot of friends that are as well, so it's going to be interesting. There's not a lot of new teams popping up.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, the main ones are always going to be it, though, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to start a team for this, but, it's one of those things that a lot of the people that, I am talking to online and everything, they're casters like myself. There's caster commentators, or they're the producers or things like that. And the other people are so wrapped up into other games that they don't really have time to come play yet another game. So
yeah, that's true.
I'll never end up making a team.
No Mercy really did. They were asking me earlier to join them and build a team on their clan, but I decided to decline that because I built my own one.
Yeah.
Built my own clan now. I spent 10 grand, so I was just like, nah.
Yeah, I have my own too. It's just me and myself and I in the clan. But hey,
we got a few weeks, so I'm gonna build hopefully I have my clan up by then, my team anyway.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it'll be interesting to see the lower level play. I know some of these teams, they came in being new to the game still. I mean, when Summer League started, Panzar European servers hadn't been up and running all that long. So a lot of these teams that you're seeing now, their top teams, were brand new teams. They're what would be in that junior tier.
They are only 4 or 5 months now it's been out.
Yeah. I mean, they would be, if this had a junior tier, if this Summer League had a junior tier, a lot of these teams you're seeing today in this tournament would have been in that junior tier. But they have, played against the best teams and actually gotten to the point where they are considered an upper tier, set of teams. Hey, Yulo! Oh, Triflin's here too. I did not see Triflin. Haven't talked to Triflin in a while.
So we've got just under 10 minutes now to the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure, the teams are just going over tactics right now.
Yeah, most likely. That. Yeah, and I love this game. I just don't have a lot of time to play. Between casting, commentating, stuff. Going to work, spending time with the family, and playing other games myself. I mean, I'm an Ingress player, so I spend a lot of time out on the road playing that as well. It's a GPS game, so I got a lot of hats that I wear, and I'd love to play this game more, but
That's true. I try to play it as much as possible really at the moment. It's my main game for now. I'm sure another one will pop up eventually. But for now. Alright, Mian, is it Miane? Yeah, I know. She's my friend.
Alright. Taking care of a little bit of mumble stuff real quick. So yeah, what are you expecting to see from these two teams here, Sam?
So if it's on Dwarf and Quarry, I think the main defense point for this one is the giant turning platform. Everyone knows that, isn't it? The giant drill. That's if they do get pushed back that far, that is going to be the key part. If they lose that, then I would think they've lost the game. Personally.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the easiest defendable point. But the defending team, they need to just hold the first point. That first hill, it can be quite easy to defend, from personal experience anyway.
Yeah, and definitely pub masters here. With some of they came in with a couple of the top players in the European servers, and they got knocked out by SDP several times in that first couple of weeks. So definitely looking forward to seeing them move forward and maybe get to this championship. But War Inc. as well, another one of those teams that has come up from the bowels of the game, of the competitive community, to become a better team. And I've seen War Inc. in Pubmaster, all of their various teams square off multiple times over the course of the Summer League, and it's always a good match between these two clans.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting battle. These are obviously, out of the personal high clans I know of, these are basically the ones. It's going to be a nice, interesting battle. I'm looking forward to the final, personally. It's going to be good.
What's your call for the final? Who do you think is going to be there?
Oh, I don't know. I think I'd like to see War Inc. and I think they have a chance. And possibly STP. They were playing really well last game. It's an impressive attack they had.
Yeah, and it's funny too. SDP won the first 3, got to the finals in the 4th. So they haven't played the last 4 weeks, and they're still one of the top-ranked teams on the summer standings.
All Stars though is a good. They're also. I mean, these are all really good
Yeah.
teams. So it's hard to choose.
Yeah, definitely. I love seeing these teams play. I've come to know a lot of their team members. It's weird seeing people that I don't normally see on these teams playing. So, I know a lot of people out there in Panzar land have come to enjoy hearing the different names, and some of them have those quirky names like we were talking about before. Like I love my favorite name so far. I think is Beelzebub.
Oh, I know him. Yeah, he's a fun berserker to fight.
Oh, his name I just love saying it. So
yeah, I mean the other thing is with the names, it's also the armor. I mean, certain people have like the armor stands out. Like I think there is one Zerk I know. It's just a bright pink, and this is brilliant.
and then there's always Samagon, the naked healer.
Yeah, he's a bit of annoying if you have him on a team.
He does for these tournaments though wear armor. So. So yeah, I mean we are 5 minutes out still from this game.
I'm looking forward to it. Almost there.
So yeah, for those of you just joining us, this is the Panzar Summer Championship Cup, and this is the culmination of the 8 weeks of the Panzar Summer League. After this is over, Panzar is going to take a couple of weeks off from the competitive scene. There's not going to be any tournaments. But then starting the 6th of September, it is a Friday, they're going to be starting the fall tournament series. And that's going to have 2 tiers, as we said before. It's going to have the invite-only upper tier, and then the junior tier, which is going to be, all the new teams that want to come in and play. You're going to still see all of these, the Pub Masters, the War Inks, the No Mercies, the SDPs. You're going to see them in that upper tier, in that invite-only tier. But if you were thinking about getting into, competitive Panzar, and you didn't really just want to walk in and get your face smashed by all these top teams, that junior tier is the new entry level, and it's going to be all people like you who just want to get started with competitive Panzar. So definitely a great little, tadpole pool, if you want to say, until you get to be a big full-grown frog.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, it's quite a good idea having the lower league. It's going to obviously introduce us to a lot of new major teams, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And in another game that I actually cast, for the league that happened in that league, I actually put together a bunch of free agents, as we called them, a bunch of unknown players, and they actually ended up going to be the second-ranked team at the end of the league, and going to the top, and facing in the finals the number 1 team who actually ended up winning. But definitely Cinderella stories can be made in that junior league. You can come in, you can learn to play, and it's just one of those things that you can be a name in this community.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really good players out there. Obviously, are currently unknown, and it's just waiting. I mean, obviously they're all going to pop up. That's what I try to do at the moment, really. All my games, I'm looking out for decent players.
Yeah. So I'm going to switch over back to that main screen now, as we're 2:45 away, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, chat back up on screen. The other guy speaking is Sam. I mean, Sam, you want to tell us a little bit about you in the next 2:30? I mean, we didn't really go over your background.
Yeah, if you want. I recently started playing this game about a month and a half ago. I'm from the channel BTR Panzar, with my main account is like Swishnator, who's like a tank. You might know him in game. He looks a bit like a wasp, yellow and black. But no, I've recently started playing, and I'm looking forward to getting into these competitive type of things. So yeah, it's definitely a good game. I was actually introduced by one of my friends. So.
Nice. So yeah, that's Sam.
Hello.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I've never actually watched your stream before, Sam. I mean, what type of stuff can we expect from your stream?
Well, my streams are all basically gameplay videos. I'm just kind of just like, generally what I do is I stream all the time when I'm playing. so I just chat to myself. If people want to talk to me, it's a little bit more interesting.
It's always interesting when you involve those people out in, Twitch land.
Yeah, it's more interesting then. But I'm quite good at just chatting to myself, so.
yeah, little multiple personality. Yeah, you got to have that if you're a streamer, man. You have to have multiple personalities.
Yeah, bit of schizophrenia. It's all fine.
Yeah. So should I call you Swish instead of Sam? I mean, apparently as soon as you said you were Swish, everybody knew who you were in the chat. So.
Yeah, if you want. Swish is what all my friends call me as well, actually.
Yeah, I'll just call you Swish then. So, yay!
Nicknames, fun.
So yeah, Compton EMT and Swish here for you today. Sussex out, busy today, so we are 50 seconds out from starting these semifinals. We're going to be watching War Inc. and All-Stars with their teams War Inc. and Pubmaster. Definitely two teams you are used to seeing here in the Panzar Summer League, and we're ready for a good match. As these two clans in general, all of their different teams always put on a good match against each other. So, yeah, less than 30.
30 seconds to go. Looking forward. It's going to be an interesting game.
Oh, yeah, interacting in the chat. So I'm going to pop over and see, actually I'm going to see who is viewing right now on the Panzar EN channel. Obviously that list is not updated. There it is. So there are the people viewing right now that are logged into Twitch. Thank you guys for watching and participating in the chat. As for my chat, it looks like Kilder said blow it up a while ago. Gonna update mine. It looks like we have No Stress and H4 also watching. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching that channel.
So it looks like 20 seconds to go from on my one anyway. It looks.
Oh, I'm actually loading in right now.
Yeah, I don't know why mine was a little bit behind there, but I'm going in now as well.
Yeah, were you actually alt-tabbed out of it?
No, I don't know. I'm not sure what was going on. It just didn't put me in.
All right, so
going in now.
Here we go, Dwarven Quarry, one of the most beautiful maps in the game. Whoa, having a little bit of frame issue.
Just need to find my controller.
So yeah, definitely there's that first POC. Through here is your second. And then if you fly through, you can go through either of these tunnels. And it takes you to the Wheel of Death. So that is your third POC there. And then there's two more POCs, which I didn't actually get to before that that timer ran out. But here we go. Game one.
So obviously they're going to be trying to push. I want to see if they're going to try to push forwards. I do know a lot of teams, instead of just staying on the point, they actually try to push down the hill a little bit, just to keep pressure off.
Yeah, definitely. It does look like I am having a little bit of frame lag issue for some reason. Huh. I'll look into that with a set camera view, but yeah, it does look like we are getting a pretty heavy fight here on this first POC. Ice witches, orcs, everything all over the place.
It's definitely an interesting bit of a hectic battle going on. Now they've already got a teleport up that's on the left for the defending team, anyway, on a little mountain. But that looks like it might just be taken out now. Yep.
Oh, that might be why I still have the Panzar EN stream up. Let's see if that helps the frame rate. Oh yeah, there we go. We're shooting up now. Much better. Oh, the hiccups that I always talk about. But yeah, we're halfway through.
There was a bit of an ice witch battle going on there, but War Inc. got the advantage and froze the other one. It's looking halfway taken.
Can they push them out of the POC is the question. Can either team do that?
Globby's going in there with the hammer, but he just got knocked down actually.
We're 2.5 ticks away from the cap. Can they grab this first POC?
Nephilim looks like she's frozen one of them.
Oh, we're gaining again.
Yeah, they've got that, I think.
It's a sliver!
Yeah, she's put the ice down now, so the defender team are just all slipping over. And they're all frozen. This is definitely a GG for this point, I think. Yeah, we go.
Yeah, there it is. So now we go to the first of the bottleneck points.
This is an interesting point. I want to know which way they attack from, because there's always two possible ways. There's the main way, but normally you get some gunners set up in the, well, you know, some like crack in the wall.
Yeah, and I actually don't see any gunners on either team, so
no.
Definitely gunners advantageous a little bit on this map as opposed to other maps. And this and Alchemist Citadel, they're definitely very advantageous to have.
Yeah, they got a sapper. I mean, I was wondering where he puts the teleport up, really. Can't see him setting one up yet.
Yeah, it looks like we have Hiramar coming in from the side there. Decided to run all the way around the outside here, as you can see.
And War and Cav now got a teleport up, and they're swarming in behind one of the main pillars. Or statues.
One of the dwarf priests.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like we have multiple battles breaking out all around this POC. One being on the POC, and, you know, the other two being on two of the bottlenecks.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of Pubmaster did push forwards there to take out that teleporter. What they did do was obviously a good move. And Pubmaster have got their own teleport set up near the point. All speed up there.
Oh, it looks like all the squishies from War Inc. running around the side here, trying to get in.
It's Rampstead's done what I thought he'd do, and he's set up a teleport in that crack in the wall now. So they've got two ways of attacking.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him actually move it back a little bit more. He has built the mortar, though.
Oh, mortars! Oh, man, I don't like those.
Oh, he is going to keep firing that mortar. Oh, and the mortar is one of those things that, you know, actually decided a game earlier in the Summer League. It's definitely an interesting thing. Normally you don't think of sappers as big damage dealers, but with that mortar, that sapper becomes just like a one-man demolition machine.
Yeah, they are. They have extremely high life, and they can deal like ridiculous amounts of damage. At the moment, Pubmaster should really be focusing on taking him out, which it does look like they're doing.
I would actually take, you know, one of those over, you know, two Sisters of Fire.
As Santi is saying in the chat, it is really early for a mortar to pop up. I mean, they're not cheap, class point wise, so he must be doing really well.
We did see one team earlier just literally not attack that first POC and just, you know, use that teleporter to get those points up for their sapper so that he could get a mortar and just start pelting the POCs throughout the actual game. And it actually worked out very well for them.
Yeah, and it looks like they are taking over the point now, and they might have it.
Yeah, 2 ticks.
There we go. I'd say the mortar was the main feature there, really.
Yeah,
It's continuously knocking back the defenders.
Looks like Pubmaster's running through the right tunnel. I don't actually think I've ever run through that tunnel.
I'm not sure. Oh, Globby's just jumped over. Will he open the gate for him? Yeah, he's opening the gate for that Ice Witch, Nally. So that's obviously they got the quicker route in now, but they'll probably have a teleport set up in a minute anyway.
Yeah, those teleporters in those caves definitely hard to deal with. So yeah, we're already on this third POC. I mean, this is going rather quick. Do you think it's, you know, going to be a Pubmaster loss on this map?
I don't know. This is going to be the fundamental point. If they lose this point, then I would say they've lost the game. This is the easiest like defendable point in the map. So if they can't defend this one, I don't have much hope for them.
Yeah, I remember the first time I played this map, and it was me and two of my buddies and I. Actually, better English there. But yeah, I mean, we got to this point, and we had a horrible team, and we managed to get to this point, and we just barely took it with like 2 seconds left. It is a seriously hard point to attack. I mean, look at Yaznitsky there with the steam hammer in the wall.
And double walls as well. It's not going to be easy to take out. Beelzebub though, getting straight in there.
Beelzebub! My buddy! Buddy friend!
Will he be able to take out that hammer though before he gets taken out himself? Alligator skin's pulling him away.
Yeah, and that's definitely one thing too about this POC is, you know, you could go rushing in and you have to realize that you have to decide which side you're going to go to. If you pick the wrong side to go after that steam hammer, you have to, it's really time consuming.
Well, Captain Flam's trying to get a, he kind of bodged that up. Skyfire kind of hit the top of the platform instead of going in.
Yeah, definitely, you know, that's one of those things. The Skyfire can hit the top of the platform, as we see there. And, you know, it's really hard to get a Skyfire to come in on this POC. So, definitely Sisters of Fire not as advantageous on this map just due to that fact.
Yeah, and now they've got the double wall now set up for that steam hammer, so it's got a nice amount of defense.
Yeah, as well with those traps there to do a lot of damage.
BOR just got destroyed. The crack.
Yeah, Artisan just fell down. The Wheel of Death!
Pubmaster are defending it rather well at the moment. It just depends if they can hold it for 12 minutes.
Yeah, and 12 minutes is a long time at this point. Alan Shan.
It's nice, they're taking out both those ice witches were killed quite quickly there. It was a nice move. It's the main thing, and in this point, because it's so close quarters, if there's an ice witch you need to take her out as soon as possible, so you can just freeze your entire team.
Definitely. And this one actually, one of the points that's a little harder to do camera work on too, because it is spinning around.
So I'm trying to go around with it at the moment. Now it looks.
I've basically just been keeping an eye on that steam hammer. That should be where most of the fighting is going on. But,
it's just been taken out. I thought Alligator Skin did have defense on it, but it's definitely out now. Got Captain Flam's got a nice advantage point there. He's on top of the mountain.
Oh yeah, that's a great place to be for Captain Flam. I mean, he can basically see everything that's going on, and yeah, he's basically away from the spawn point. I mean, the spawn point for the defenders is all the way over here.
Yeah, I mean it's going to cost them one defender just to go and get her, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
If she can get, if he can get, or she can get a Skyfire in there from that point, it's going to be a nice attack.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said before, it's really hard to get that Skyfire in there with that wheel.
Yeah, she's going to have to wait for the perfect time. She's lined up with it.
So yeah, I mean, have we really even seen this POC go down at all?
I don't think so. They really are defending it well.
It does look like Hiramar in there trying to take out that teleporter.
Yeah,
unsuccessful.
Like he's definitely tanking it. They've got another steam hammer up. I didn't see that.
Yeah, both walls are down. I'd like to see one wall go on the teleporter and one wall go on the steam hammer, just for the simple fact that, you know, standing on that teleporter, it's really easy to jump over that wall.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And especially, I mean, Captain Flam looks like he's shooting it from behind anyway. But Doback is actually defending it with his shield.
Yeah, and that shield, you know, definitely there's a lot of interesting ways you can use it. We've seen on Alchemist Citadel where tanks have stood behind the door and stopped the cannon, the big attacker cannon, from hitting that door. I mean, definitely it's advantageous for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, obviously it leaves the tank open for attack. So while you're using a magical shield, you kind of really got to rely on your team to defend your back. I know that feeling a lot.
Oh, I love playing tank.
It's fun having lots of life, just getting destroyed.
Oh, dude, that magic shield just makes me laugh every time you see a Frost Witch or somebody run in, or a gunner, and you just throw it up, and it's like, ha 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 ha!
Yeah, especially when the Inquisitors do that, like, you know, the plague thing, they just spit. So they just charge it all up, they spit across the map, and you just block it, like, no for you.
Yeah, yeah. Or, say, you know, stopping the healing from a healer on the other team.
Yeah, that's also true. It can be it's a very annoying thing for anything, especially a gunner, because you can just sit there and just like, you got nothing.
Pretty much. But hey, that's where your other teammates have to work together with you.
There's one hell of a battle going on outside of the point at the moment.
Yeah, and it looks like pretty much everybody over there right now.
Ramsey has got a mortar. The point is actually empty, really, except for one tank. Her back is just stay back to look after it.
Yeah, it does look like War Inc. now pushing up to it, though we do see Nephilim getting knocked off into the Wheel of Death.
It looks like they definitely lost that. Now they're pulling back. Globby's running from the Ice Witch.
Yeah, and Alexander asking why the graphic settings are so low. I only run a GTX 640, so yeah. If that's why you're talking about, like with Skyfire, how it's just, you know, the orange mist, that is why, because I'm actually on medium settings, because I'm only running that GTX 640 in this room.
Yeah, for me it looks awesome. On highest graphics, it's like magma. I do love that move, it's so sweet. It looks like they've finally started to not actually capture the point.
Yeah, we are a quarter of the way through.
The other team will, I mean, they're going to spawn again soon, so they just need to capture this as soon as possible.
Yeah, in that 12 minutes we talked about before, basically cut in half at this point.
Yeah, they are doing well, I have to admit. That's the first time they've even gone down once, I think, in 6 minutes.
Yeah, and really on this map, I consider this point, you know, point of contention, the end-all, be-all of the map, as the next 2 points are actually rather easy to grab and capture.
Yeah, I mean the last one is just completely easy. It's right next to spawn. But yeah, this is the main. If you lose this one, you kind of got to start worrying.
Yeah. If you lose the number 2, you know, you start to worry a little bit, but you know, you can still calm down, settle down. Hey, let's, you know, get in here. But after this one, you're right. It is definitely a major worry.
Now it looks like I think that mortar's now been destroyed. It was giving them a lot of grief on the point.
Yeah, and that's the other thing about this point right here, is that mortar, you have to have perfect shots to get it into the pump.
Yeah, I mean, if you do, it's devastating. But yeah, obviously it's not easy.
It's definitely a lot harder on this map, on this point of contention in general, as opposed to other points, other maps at all. This would probably be one of the hardest for ranged players to actually have as much benefit on the puck save in the whole entire game.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, it is hard to shoot on the outside. Most of the rangers have to actually get on the platform to start doing most of their damage, which is obviously very close to the enemy melees.
Yeah, and definitely you have to lead your shots as well. Because definitely, you know, like a fireball or anything like that, it takes a little while to travel. So if you aim just at the hole, by the time it makes it there, it's probably hitting a wall.
Okay. Pubmaster Impression has just frozen a large amount of their team. Except for Nally, it looks like she's just come in and actually saved them.
Yeah, oh, there's Alligator Skin. I actually have not noticed Alligator Skin up until now, so he's definitely not been on my camera. He's been out running around, you know, doing other things.
He's bright pink armor. I think that's the one I know. The tank I know.
Yeah, and Yaznitsky in the middle with his own mortar at this point.
He's moving out of that Skyfire there, though.
Yeah.
Now, Alligator Skin does appear to be defending the Yaznitsky. Ooh.
definitely you want to keep that mortar up as long as possible. So definitely putting a player like Alligator Skin on the defensive Yasnitsky's back. A great choice there for Pubmasters.
Snooky's in there. They've still got the point. It's 3 minutes, almost 3 minutes left now. They're doing really well. I think they've got a chance. I think at the moment it looks like they're going to win.
Yeah, definitely with that 3 minutes left. I mean, what? We're over 3/4 of what they started with on this point of contention.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, if they lost it now, though, it can be really annoying. You defend for all that time and then you lose it right at the end. Always happens. So, could change right at the last moment.
So yeah, it looks like Pubmasters might actually win this first game of this best-of-5 series for the semifinals. So,
yeah, I wasn't expecting actually. I would have thought War Inc. were a stronger team, but
yeah, and definitely Pubmasters not known for their defensive capabilities, more for their offensive capabilities. So this is a big win for them.
War Inc.'s team is a massive bulk of them there just sitting on the edge, so I'm wondering if they're actually going to all push forwards in a minute. I think they're kind of teaming up, grouping. Now Live is charging up a Skyfire though, so she's probably going to hit that entire group in a minute. It's a bit strange, they don't seem to be doing much, War Inc. All of them are just sitting on the edge.
Pretty much, and they're just staying on that ground. They haven't really been jumping in on the Wheel of Death, and I think they're trying to regroup, trying to get a big push in. But with everything coming out from Pubmasters from that middle, that mortar from Yasnitsky, the Ice Witches, the Sister of Fires, just throwing stuff out on that ledge, it's not giving them a chance to actually get in.
Now they've completely been split up now. It's like. Is it Beelzebub is on his own? Or Beelzebub? He's getting hit by the more. He's getting hit by the more. He's just healed actually though, so. He looks like he's going in. Or is that.
Yeah, it looks like there's a battle going on both sides of the Wheel of Death right now. We're 1 minute out from the end of this game. I'm calling it Pubmasters at this point.
Yeah, I'd say 1 minute to go. Yeah, they defended beautifully. I mean, we predicted this is the easiest one to defend, but Captain Flam's back on that mountain. If you can get Skyfire in there, they could have a chance. They rushed afterwards.
Yeah, so we're not going to get to see a nice little ride on the little train here. That's quite impressive. I like watching the ride on the train.
I love it. Before I've seen a game where they've had 2 guns set up on the train. So it's kind of drive-by as it went in.
That's definitely something that should be in a montage.
It is definitely amusing. It's just drive-by of a train with massive guns on it. 20 seconds to go. Possibly they're grouping up, so they might be trying to plan for one final push.
One final push, yeah.
But that mortar's just destroyed their entire grouping process.
So yeah, I mean,
GG,
1 second.
I think.
GG maybe. No, the clock's still up. There's somebody on the puck right now. Let's get in there, get a little closer, see what the action is going on. It's mainly Pubmasters at this point, even though there are a few War Inc. players. And there goes the clock.
There we go.
GG.
Yep, that was definitely not. Don't know. I didn't predict that. I would have thought War Inc. had that, but.
And it looks like an update. SDP does stop Smugness at the second cap point. So both games now are over. Your MVPs here, Ramsey 17-17 and Yasnitsky. Once again, those sappers up on top. Yasnitsky 30-11 there. That late mortar got him a lot of kills, I am sure.
So we've got 2 minutes and 2 minutes 50 for the next one. It's best of 5, so. Obviously, this is going to be reversed. War Inc. will be defending.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a long, long round, my friend.
Oh, yeah, I think we're actually going over to STP versus Smugness.
Oh, are we?
Looks like it.
I know I haven't checked Skype in a little bit.
So it looks like we're going over to this game. This one.
Alright, so we are going to be on Pubmasters War Inc., or are we switching over to SDP Smugness?
Yeah, we're going over this SDP versus Smugness.
Alright, so let's go and give you guys a shot of that SDP versus Smugness. We're going to hit the do not spectate on these. Boom, do not spectate. Okay, now let's go ahead and spectate this next game here.
So we've got 1 minute 40. We got it looks like a lot of people in the chat actually wanted to see SDP as well.
Yeah, I mean SDP definitely a very important-ish clan to Panzar. They were a Russian clan that came over to the European side and actually dominated those first couple of weeks.
I wouldn't be surprised there. If they've come from Russia, obviously they've got the experience of playing before. I mean, a lot of my friends on here are from the Russians and they are really good. A lot of tips from them.
So I'm going to go ahead and hit that ready as we are 1 minute out. Go ahead and looking at the chat. So, yeah, you guys see the chat on the screen, just scrolling through. Going to update everybody that is a viewer in the chat here, and we will, give you guys a little shout out here. So there you go. Awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for participating in the chat. Oh, I don't know that my viewer list has updated, as I see Alexander, and he is not on that list. Yeah. We'll find them. Don't update. No stress on my channel as well, so.
Yeah, we're going to SDP in a minute, no stress. That's going to be our next game. So we've got 20 seconds now, so I'm just trying to be going into that one in a minute. And I believe this is Smugness versus SDP, and it's the second game.
This is going to be the second game, so yeah.
I'm not sure who won the last one. Do you know?
I believe it was SDP at that second POC defending. So
going in now. So in this one, SDP are going to be attacking, I think.
yes, they were defenders last time, so they will be attacking this time.
Ask what SDP means.
I have no idea.
Neither do I.
So yeah, first POC right here. Move on. There's your second POC. You can see out in those choke points there, beyond those little towers. And up here over this railroad track, you do have that Wheel of Death, where we did see Pubmasters stop War Inc. on that last match we viewed. Coming along the train tracks here with that moving train that you can ride. There is your fourth, and up these stairs on top of the mountain is your fifth and final POC, ladies and gentlemen.
Fifth one being easiest.
Yeah, in my opinion, it is probably the easiest to do.
So both teams obviously are going to have a massive clash at the beginning.
Yep.
Oh, SDP is straight in there though. They've almost got the point.
Yeah, SDP pushing forward really hard here. They want to just, yeah, they just want to kill it before they even get a chance to defend.
That does seem to be STV's main strategy, is just push forwards, rush them. Yeah, and there we go, it's worked.
Yeah, there's POC 1
already. It's a matter of 10 seconds.
Fly by the coast.
I'm trying to do it on my screen, it appears to be glitching out.
Oh, there's a nice little flaming brazier over there.
Oh.
Yeah, and this Pubmaster team, Smugness, they are on the POC trying to defend as SDP floods in that choke point right now. Voila, up there from Pubmaster doing that freeze.
Well, SDP have got one witch in there. Their witches are frozen their defense though.
Oh yeah, they actually had two frost witches running there. Sokka at first, and then
Konara.
Yeah, they must have already respawned. They must have died right at respawn. Oh no, there it is. There they are. I see them. So yeah, SDP on the POC. They got a tank. And
nice mix there.
Oh yeah.
And they're also freezing, so if they don't get rid of that ice switch, they're going to have that point quickly.
Oh yeah, and they're running with those 3 ice switches once again. Jack, Sokka, and then the Russian name, which I don't know because I don't speak Russian.
So Jack W's just frozen them all out though. Lots of ice switches are definitely taken over.
So
had ice switches all over it.
Yeah, I mean, and the funny thing is that No Mercy team put up a definite harder fight than this the Smugness team from Pubmaster.
Yeah, I mean, the last game we watched, obviously there's 12 minutes at this point. They've got almost 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And at this rate, they're dominating STPers. It's lovely gameplay. And I definitely got my bets on STP at the moment.
Yeah, and Gork, trying to set up the defenses here with the Sapper, but you can already see SDP players, coming in there as we did see SDP.
I'm interested how STP are going to approach this point though. So if they're just going to go for the same, tactic of just rush the hell out of it, it could end up in a lot of death.
Yeah,
if
definitely.
Pubmaster work well anyway.
So yeah, this is the point of points. We'll see how well they attack it here. If they can take it on the first try.
If they do, I would definitely be impressed.
Oh, and they have tons of people on it right now, with several Pubmasters in there as well, but those Pubmasters going down.
Yeah, they've got all their orcs on their STP have. It's not looking good. Two tanks as well.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, feral orcs travel in packs.
And that was an easy point as well. They've definitely got this in the bag.
Oh yeah, definitely with these last 2 points being a little bit easier to capture. Jack already on his way. That frost switch from SDP, he's already halfway there.
Yeah, he's going to have to take on worst tank and Gork.
Worst tank. And voila. And Flomana. And P2.
I think we had...
But as you can see in the distance, a big onslaught of SDP players just flying in.
They're on their way, slowly approaching their tanks up front. Pubmaster just aren't even getting a chance. They can't even set up defense. It looks like Skyfire's just about to hit down, straight on the point.
Russian Ice Witch's name is Kolyada.
Koyada.
Thank you, Alexander.
Thanks for the translation.
I still have not started my Rosetta Stone, as we are halfway through that POC, 2/3, 3/4.
Here we go, this is going to be a nice quick game.
Yeah, and that'll put him up 2-0 on Pubmaster.
Looks like SCP are going to definitely be in the final at this gameplay anyway.
We're still sitting there at 2.5 ticks, though.
Yeah, Pubmaster definitely trying to secure the point. If they can just knock out the that last tank, they could have a chance to get it back. Dagon's just run straight in as well, though.
Yeah, Dagon, however you want to say his name. Definitely one of the better players here for SDP. Always in the mix, always staying alive as well. And there it is.
Beautiful. This last point is going to go really quickly, so I think they've definitely won this.
Yeah, we do see some Pubmasters running in. And that I think is the main problem with this point, is as you saw, Kartalkai just jumped straight up to that puck. Maybe if they put, like a guardrail,
yeah, possibly it'll just raise up a little bit. The other problem is the attacking team spawns so close to the point.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like a King of the Hill point, really. It's basically even. There's the phone's ringing. I'll just ignore that.
Ignore the phone. Whoever it is can call back. It's not important. There goes that Skyfire.
That's going to cause a lot of damage to anyone nearby. And here come SDP to capture the point. They've just completely iced over the area.
Oh yeah, and that ground freeze right there. I don't remember the exact name of it off the top of my head, but it is annoying. Not being able to sprint anywhere. I use sprint so much, and yeah.
It is a pain, and it works really well with Skyfire. If you put that on the ice and then put Skyfire over it, the enemy try to run away from Skyfire, slip over, and just burn.
Yeah, it does look like Undertaker there taking top spot for SDP, 1-1 with that healer. And
they lost one of their.
Fozzie Bear, 10-6.
That's a really quick game. Well played by STP.
So yeah. Sure, we're gonna switch back over to the other match, see what's going on with those guys in their game too, or
let's have a little look. Are we staying with this one or are we going back?
Yeah, Taro. Let us know.
So War Inc. is holding on to the last cap against All Stars offense, almost capped.
Ooh. So it looks like we might be seeing SDP and All Stars. We haven't seen that matchup since I think week 2 of the Summer League for a championship.
And I believe it's over now, so All Stars have won that game against War Inc.
Alright, so
far at the moment it looks like All Stars versus SDP in the final maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think All Stars has ever beaten SDP. So this could be, you know, one of those, hey, we lost to you 3 times and 4 times, and now we're gonna beat you.
So what games do you guys want to watch? It's either going to be these guys again, or we can go back over to the others.
Yeah, so
will be War Inc. and All Stars.
Smugness in SDP or War Inc. and All Stars. Remember that the it's going to be on Jungle Village, so it is a domination game. Both these matches do come down to at least domination, if not a King of the Hill, if it gets taken to 5.
Sorry, I have loads of messages on my game.
Swish, can you send me an RTMP URL of Twitch?
Do you watch the tournament? Pandar's just chatting with me. It's cool. Right,
It looks like the only vote we have right now is from Alexander, which is War Inc. and All Stars. All Stars versus War Inc. We'll do it.
Okay, so we're going over to All Stars and War Inc.
Yep.
Now, I think, how many points have they got? I can't remember who won the first time round.
It was All Stars both times around.
Yeah,
so
won. This is a decider. They have to win this War Inc. if they want to. If they, you know.
And to me, it was really sad to see that Kind team from No Mercy, actually go down in that quarterfinals against SDP, because really those guys could have definitely put on a good fight against any of these teams here in the semifinals.
Yeah, it's definitely been interesting. I mean, but I definitely think it's going to be All Stars and SDP, in my opinion.
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, that Kind team, I know I was just pumping them up, saying they're a good team, and it's sad to see them lose. They're probably my favorite so far out of the Summer League. I mean, they came in one week and just punched, got to the finals, and I was just like, awesome, I like this team. Oh, but yeah, they're my definite favorite. Yeah.
Okay, so how long have we got?
We have just under 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and hit that ready button.
Okay. So this is going to be a deciding game. If All Stars do win, they'll definitely be in the final.
Yep.
And also the next game for Pubmaster as well, I believe. Yeah, STP have got to win their next game as well to go into the final.
Yep. So here's our updated viewer list of the Panzar EN channel as we wait for that loading screen. Thank you everybody who is watching and participating in the chat. We greatly appreciate it. So, yeah, there are your names, a little bit of a shout out. And while we wait on this Jungle Village, I'm going to go ahead and check mine as well. Looks like still the same couple of people watching. No new activity in my chat so far, so we'll switch back on over to that Panzar chat. Alright, Jungle Village.
This is a fun map. I do enjoy this one. It's nice and small, so it's going to be really hectic in the middle.
It's really claustrophobic as well. I mean, I remember watching a YouTube video where the person actually sped up their gameplay, just kind of fit it in, make it a little bit quicker for people to watch. He was playing tank and just spinning around in the middle, and I don't get motion sickness. I worked on an ambulance for a decade, you know, tight turns, fast speeds, flashing lights. I never got nauseated with that, and watching that video, I got slightly nauseated. That's how claustrophobic this map really is. I mean, if I sit here and just spin around, and there's walls, there's plants, there's everything everywhere, so...
And the game has now begun. Now, one interesting thing I've noticed is that Pubmaster don't have an Inquisitor on this map. Now, Inquisitors are really useful for here, because obviously the mages normally sit up higher on these higher up points, just around the edge. And normally it's the Inquisitors that really should be there to take them out. So that could be a little bit of a disadvantage, because the other team do have an Inquisitor.
Yeah, it does look like Pubmaster out to an early lead here.
Oh yeah, Warrinker in the minus there.
Error roll, getting in there trying to freeze. Another one of those fun names to say, Error roll. But yeah, Pubmaster definitely in command of this map so far. Can War Inc. make a push in and maybe get some people on that point and knock Pubmaster off?
Yeah, I mean, Captain Flam's obviously now to set himself up on a little mountain in the background. He's going to continuously just havoc the point from there. I'm surprised that Lives actually survived this long though. They need to get someone to take her out on that bridge.
Yeah, and definitely when they added that bridge, I was a little worried about it because it's really hard to get up on those routes over there on the opposing side. So yeah, there was a little bit of a disadvantage because they did have the routes, but that bridge so much easier to traverse than the routes.
Yeah, it's true. That route is just a pain. I always just fall off of it every time I climb up there.
Yeah. Making your stream awesome. Can you teach Russian streamers that? No, I think it's something you're born with. Yeah, I was born with it. So, I was...
You're just born with the ability to stream.
I was just born with this whole layout. This layout, it came out of the womb with me, so... No, obviously it just takes a little bit more attention to detail when you do stream, but, yeah. I mean, having an overlay, it's one of those things that, you can't go too much overlay, and you can't go too little overlay. I mean, you want to give that perfect amount of information, give that little extra, involvement with the community, such as the small webcam, the chat, the music crawl, things like that, while still having the game there. And it does look like War Inc. has made a small push, but still at that negative 12 point.
Yeah, Pubmaster's just dominating this game, really. War Inc. need to push forward soon, or they've lost this game.
Yeah, it looks like Live's still up there on that bridge, though Globby going after him finally.
Yeah, he's been up there all game, Live. Just casually just shooting away.
Oh, and he dies now. So yeah,
Pubmasters.
They're almost to 400.
This is definitely an easy game. This is quick and decisive, really, isn't it?
Where is the Steam Hammer? I don't know. Ramsey and Yasnitsky both near, Ramsey almost at the top, Yasnitsky at the top. In maps like this, they're so hectic. I wouldn't expect to see a Steam Hammer come up because, everybody's... it would die rather quickly.
Yeah, it would go down straight away. They just have this game. Pubmasters have lovely support from their witches. I mean, there's almost constant at least ice on the floor or skyfire.
Yeah, and that's one of those things. If you can get those supporting squishies to actually do their job very well, you're going to win most games. And it looks like this game almost over. 493. There it is.
There we go.
GG.
That was nice and quick.
So yeah, it looks like Pubmasters with their all-star team will be moving on. So Error Roll, number 1, on War Inc. and Yasnitsky #1 on Pubmasters on that All-Star team. So yeah, looks like SDP 330, 16 for Smugness. It looks like SDP going to move on as well, at least from the looks of it now.
Yeah, I mean, are we going to quickly pop into STP's game before it runs out, or I think there's the last few minutes of it now?
I'm gonna try and jump in there.
Let's have a little look, see.
I'm gonna try and jump in, see what I can get.
If it actually lets me put. Wait, what the hell just happened? Okay, I think I just got chucked into a game.
Yay!
Ah,
it happens.
pain.
It happens.
It's typical. That's the first
here
time.
Here we go. 4:10 to 16. 7 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. Get in front of those little ropes. So
I just got completely booted out of the game there.
It looks like the Smugness team from Pubmaster now on the puck, actually gaining some points. So we might see a turnaround here at the last second. But SDP with a new spawn, strolling on in. Dagon smacking people with that power attack. Yeah, they're 80 points away at this point. And yeah, it's it's an SDP game.
I can't quite see. I'm just gonna watch your stream for now.
Fine. Yeah, and you know, Pubmaster actually getting almost 100 points here. They are at 100 points, and that's the thing about this domination game type. You can be 400 to negative 100 and still win if you can manage to make a good push, get set up and stop them from getting back on the puck.
Yeah, I've seen a game before where we were at, like, the enemy team was at 500 points. We took it over the last second and we pushed forward for the last 100 and actually won. So
yeah,
definitely you can get those. They're really good games. I enjoy those type of games. Really close.
Oh, my favorite video I have up on YouTube is of me playing. A couple of friends and I playing, and I'm playing tank. One of them's playing Berserker, and I forget what the other one was playing. But I run in, shield on their frost switch. Actual magic shield. Stop the frost switch. They kill the frost switch, and then our freaking Berserker power attacks everybody off the puck, and we end up winning. So
yeah, obviously, yeah, those games obviously it was good fun. No, I think I've actually got into the game now.
Yeah, it looks like we're up to 156 points now, though SDP has put up a few more points. They're up to 446 now, so they're 54 points, 52 points away, 50 points away at this point.
Pubmaster are really good. They're giving a good fight.
Oh yeah, at this point, with them being so far behind and already being, down 2 games to 0, I expected them just to kind of, back off and be like, all right, we're done for the day. But they are not doing that. They're fighting till the very end, grinding those teeth, punching people in the face, clawing, scratching.
It's a nice Skyfire there from Pubmaster. Secured them the point for a little bit anyway.
Yeah, you see Delverus sitting there on the puck, just taking that damage.
Yeah, he just tanked that completely.
He's like, I want this game to be over. If I die, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's basically what tank's job is, really. You just stay on the point. It doesn't matter if you die.
There's so
stay
many
there
times,
as long as possible.
Yeah, so many times I've been on the puck by myself, top-down view, zoomed all the way out, just blocking, spinning around, and blocking every power attack I see.
Yes, I've been on. Yeah, I've done one before. There was like ice, there was health, the Skyfire. As I died, we captured the point. And I was just like, yes.
Yeah, and it does look like Pubmaster now above that 200 point mark, but I mean, 16, 14 points away for SDP at this point.
Yeah, I think the SDP are going to win this, but Pubmaster put up a decent fight. It's a bit quiet at the moment though, not much.
Yeah, and it's still 14 points away for SDP. 15 now.
Pubmaster got a teleport right next to the point.
Oh, 500, there it is.
Why is it not in? It has ended, isn't it?
GG. We are going to see SDP and All-Stars in the finals. Looking at your MVPs here, we got Fozzie Bear up at top, 18 and 10, with that Sister of Fire, and then Dagon, 43 and 4.
Christ,
That's
nice.
over a 10.0.
That is nice. Can kind of see why they've won that one.
Yeah.
Especially in a high league game like that. That's a bit like this. This is crazy. So there's the finalists.
So yeah.
Not entirely sure when that's going to be going. So it's best of 5 as well for the final.
Yes. And for those maps, we're going to be seeing Alchemist Citadel, Sandstorm Temple, Toxic Bay, and then Cannibal Stronghold.
And there's 11 minutes until the first game begins on Alchemist Citadel. I will be away for just a minute, and I'll be back in a second.
All right, I'm actually going to throw the BRB screen up and go get myself another soda as well. We will be right back with you guys.
Then it comes to be that the city light at the end of your tunnel. It's just a freight train coming your way. Then it comes to be that the city light at the end of your tunnel. It's just a freight train coming your way. It's coming your way. It's coming your way.
Alright guys, so I am back for now. We still are waiting for Swish to come back. But yeah, we are going on to the finals here of the Panzar Summer Championship Cup. So we've seen a lot of, fun, great matches so far. And I'm going to run over that real quick. We saw SDP take out Kine, a No Mercy team. One of probably my favorite teams so far.
I can't hear anything.
In the Summer League.
From myself anyway.
As for this match, it was War Inc. beating out Feeding. So then we had All Stars beating out No Mercy, Smugness beating out Insight. Up in the semifinals, we had All Stars beating out War Inc. in 3, SDP beating Smugness in 3, and that's how we get SDP and All Stars here for the finals. So after this match concludes, we'll crown a champion, and then in a couple of weeks starts the Fall League. So Panzar is putting on a fall league, and a lot of these teams have come out of nowhere, and they are top-notch teams. They are brutal, just base smashers now. So to get newer teams in that aren't used to the competitive play, there's actually going to be 2 separate versions of the league. They're going to have the top tier invite only, which is where you can see the Pub Masters, the SDPs, the No Mercies, clan teams like that. And on that lower tiers for all you new guys. So you don't have to walk in and get your face smashed by all of these top teams. You have a way to make a name for yourself. And once you go through that season and make that name for yourself, guess what? Then after all that time, you can probably get up and play with these SDPs and these Pup Masters and these War Inks and these No Mercies and actually be on that top tier. So you got that little lower step where you're learning and that upper step where, it's the ultimate of where you can be. So with me today, well, first, Saucex couldn't make it today, so with me today, I do have Swish. You guys might know him as BTR Panzar. That is his stream, that is his forum name, but his in-game name is Swish. So, what are you looking to see here, Swish? If you're with me. I guess he's not. Oh, tried to trade off, and nothing. So yeah, no, apparently he's still, taking a little break here between the semis and the finals. But yeah, we are going to be watching SDP and All-Stars. So yeah, in the chat, guys, who do you think is going to win this after seeing the matches today? It looks like we have another call coming in. And there, are you with me, Swish?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I don't know why you just couldn't hear anything from yourself.
Yeah, it must have been I still had my mic on mute. It's fine. So yeah, what are you expecting to see here in this match?
Well, STP have been really good with their attack so far, but they're not as strong as I would like on their defense. So I think they need to work on their defense. I think they've got the attacking in the bag. But All-Stars are decent defenders.
Yeah, and definitely, I mean, we've seen a lot of teams during the Summer League that, defending is not their strong point. Most teams are better attackers than they are defenders. I mean, with, say, the exception of maybe one or two teams, like the Kind Nod team. They are definitely really good at defending. But, all that matters is that attack. I mean, it's harder to defend because you have to go through all that time where you have to keep them off the pocket. Any minor little slip up, and they have more time to attack you. So, definitely a lot more teams focusing on the attack. If they can manage to attack and win that attack game, they can move on to, say, a domination.
Yeah, that's true. Obviously, yeah. I mean, it's going to be an interesting game, though. They're about even. We haven't really seen them play each other yet, so best of 5. Obviously, the first game is going to be the main telltale.
Yeah, definitely. And, I'm ready to see it. We still got 4 minutes and 20 seconds, but I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see game 1. Alchemist Citadel. I love this map.
This is my favorite map as well. It's just awesome in every way.
Yeah, the only reason I truly love this map is the last point of contention.
Oh yeah, the
platform of death.
The amount of times I've been on that and then I just slowly fall to my death. It's like, no.
Literally, that crank is one of the most important cranks in the game. If you can hold that crank, you own that pot.
I mean, on that one, you need to kind of like dedicate a few of your players to defend the crank, while the rest of you, protect the point.
Yeah.
Same with the attack, really, though. I mean, the attackers split up. Any team that goes for one, then the other, they always lose.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, so yeah, we got 3.5 minutes till these finals. Open up my little bubbly eye when you grabbed. Refreshing.
So after these two, says, let's get off that. So we've got the Sandstorm Temple afterwards. That can be an interesting game.
Yeah, definitely. That meteor game type. It's kind of like a one bomb if you play FPS games, where you have that one bomb in the middle and you have to take it to your opponent's base and blow up their base. Very similar thing, except you have to do it 3 times to win or till the time limit runs out.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of like football or soccer. It's kind of 2 massive goals and a ball in the middle.
Yeah, and it looks like Alexander wants to know our favorite classes. Well, I actually have 3, and it's the 3 that I play. I like the Paladin, just because I like playing, healer classes. I don't know, I like playing that full support class. And then I have the tank, because I love just, any game, even like, MMORPGs. I will be a tank, and I will just go for full defense, full health, and just stand there like an iron giant. I'm just like, ah. Then my last favorite is the Sapper, just because it's a support class that is just amazing. Just how much a team can win or lose decided by their sapper, makes it very exciting for me to play.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some games where I've played with some great sappers, and the best ones are the ones that put the flanking teleports in. You're the ones that are behind the points, and you can it's just really good when they do that. Very cool.
So how about you, Swish? Is it the tank?
Yeah, my tank is my only level 20 character at the moment. I just play my tank all the time. He's amazing.
Yeah, sadly, I know that Alexander asking us the level of our characters. All of my characters are actually, rather low. They're not level 20 characters. They're not even in that top bracket, that 10 to 20 bracket, because I'm from America. When I get home from work, servers are dead, except for those lower brackets. So that's why my characters are lower. That's why I play in the lower brackets. I don't really get a chance to get up into the level 20 brackets and play up there, because there's not a lot of people on during peak North American hours. So I do combat in those lower levels.
It's low level. It's all different. I like it. I mean, I got a level 11 Inquisitor, and that's quite fun. But it's completely different gameplay. Once you get to level 20, it's just completely different from lower level games. It's quite fun. I mean, whereas my tank, I can just get so many support points. It's unreal. You just chain people in, knock them to the floor, and then just bash their heads in.
Yeah. And Alexander, even if I played on the Russian servers, I mean, 5 o'clock for me, it's 5 in the morning for Western Russia. So
yeah, it's not as bad for me. It's like 2 hours. But
I'm on the Pacific coast of the United States. I'm just outside of Los Angeles, right on the border of LA County and Orange County. So yeah, I mean, I'm a GMT 8. So GMT -8. So yeah, I'm
GMT
8.
0.
It's a big distance in time.
I just noticed I wasn't even I was actually waiting for a game, not spectating.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going in.
We are going into Alchemist Citadel, and Alexander, that's the thing. There's no plans for Panzar to come to North America yet. They want to see how it does in Europe first, and see what type of excitement they get for North America before they'll even decide to actually bring it there. So there's your first POC, instant cap. The second one up on that bridge. That bridge can be destroyed. Behind this gate is the third, and then the fourth and final, my favorite POC. Down in that ooze, there's a platform that can be brought up. My favorite POC in the entire game.
It is a really good POC.
So
now this is going to be an interesting game. I want to know if they're going to go for the cannon tactic, what is basically just demolish that first point.
You asked about teleporters. A sapper can jump on these boxes and get up here, put a teleporter in down, and then destroy those boxes. The only person that can get up there to get it after that is a Zerker.
Yeah, and that would be a really good place. Obviously, you can just swarm the enemy's base and they can't even stop you.
Yeah, as my sapper, whenever I play this, I am up there dropping a teleporter.
So straight away, obviously, got the insta-point. Doesn't look like any of them are going to go for the cannon tactic.
Yeah, and Pubmaster's out, pushing out past that bridge, trying to stop SDP in their tracks, way away from the POC.
Now, what will be interesting is SDP, they're mostly against building things, but I don't know if they're obviously going to try to blow the bridge up or they build the bridge. Blow the door up, sorry.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen SDP once build that cannon.
No, obviously they just think they're confident enough to take the point in its natural form, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. They think it just wastes time. It might, be a crutch that they don't like to use, so they just go straight for this POC here.
Though generally speaking, I think it's a lot easier with the defending team having those cannons. Surprised that they haven't set up at least one. One cannon on the defending team in that position that can actually hit a one cannonball straight into this point, and it can take out like their entire team.
Yeah.
It's like a backup, really.
Sorry. So yeah, I mean, it looks like SDP has pushed past the bridge. They're at the staircases now, duking it out. Live still up on that bridge, shooting some fireballs off.
STP don't have a sapper though. It's interesting. So they're gonna have a lot of running every time one of them dies.
Yeah, and that might be a bad decision on their point not to bring a sapper, you know, especially on the attacking.
Yeah, that is actually quite surprising. Especially now when they die, they're going to be right back at that little camp and they're going to have to run all the way in.
Yeah, that is a long, long distance to run, especially since you have to run past the Pock to ever get to it. So
yeah, and in that time, it's about half the distance for Pubmaster from their spawn.
Okay. Maybe they have something up their sleeve that we don't know exactly yet, but hey, looks like most of that fight is going on in that right tower from the attacker's point of view. Yes, Alexander, I do need a new graphics card. Having a wife, kids, you know, driving 45 miles to work every day, you know, definitely, and living in Southern California, definitely money is an aspect to that. Yeah, I need to save up for a better card, but hey,
it does look a lot better on max graphics.
Yeah, it does. It does. It definitely look a lot better.
It uses CryEngine-free game engine though, so it's nice. They obviously they use that to the maximum and all of this, like this type of map. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. Personally, my favorite graphics setting is back to the 90s.
Oh yeah.
The lowest graphics setting.
Definitely, I like the name they used for it, and it looks like STP have actually captured a point now.
Yeah, yep. So it's on to that Pock behind the gate. Yeah, and actually, the funny thing about that back to the 90s, if you're playing tank, you can actually see the full rectangle for your magic shield. On
really? I haven't played in it. I'm gonna have to try it out.
Yeah, definitely. Since you play tank a lot, go ahead and throw it on back to the 90s and just play a game like that. And you'll actually get a full aspect of where your shield actually blocks.
It's quite cool actually, then. I'll have to give that a go.
Yeah, until I actually did that, I did not really know how far it actually went out to the side and up above me. And knowing that, I mean, what you see here on even mid graphics isn't anywhere near the size of the actual shield. So knowing that allows you to, you know, get a little bit better coverage, things like that.
Now, it would appear they've basically, looking at this anyway, they've kind of built one of the bridges halfway, and they're going to build the other one halfway as well. And I'm guessing what they're going to do is going to drop both of them at the same time and attack, so obviously they can't destroy both bridges at the same time.
Yeah, and it looks like they have put up that cannon, so that cannon firing in, but as you can see, Dobak down there, you know, behind the door, using his tank shield, making sure those cannonballs do not hit that door and do mass loads of damage. He's also trying to stop those TNT blasts, though the door almost at half already.
Run 2 just got killed by his own TNT.
Suicide bomber!
Now they've got 2 bridges ready to drop. They just need one more bit of wood on each.
And look at Dagon behind the door! Kaboom! Killing himself, but also taking out Dobak at the same time. He said, Dobak's blocking my TNT. I'm just going to run all the way up and back down again and blow Dobak up while doing damage to the door.
That's nice. So the door's up, we're almost halfway now. And I'm not sure what... So Dagon is just going to jump in.
Yeah, it looks like that left bridge from the attacker's standpoint is up and ready to go. There is a big battle at the top of it.
Yeah, they've just lost the cannon on the left side for the defensive point of view. Oh no, actually, never mind, it's still there.
Yeah, they had never actually built it. If they can manage to get that up, they can take that bridge out rather quickly by shooting the base of it.
Let's just go onto this side. So that bridge is almost halfway now. It's about 1/3 destroyed. Pubmaster really stopping their advance though.
Yep. And it looks like the battle's still on that bridge at the top, but Pubmaster actually pushing down at this point.
What it needs to do is get the TNT from up here and destroy it. Oh, there we go then.
Yeah, there
so they
we
used
go.
the cannon. They got that cannon up, and the cannon basically instantly destroyed that bridge.
And there goes the cannon. Kaboom! And the bridge is down, however.
Served its purpose. Now they've obviously got their backup bridge, is obviously I guess what they've done here. So now they can straight back on.
Yeah, and that cannon on that right side is down, so they're not going to be able to utilize that for destroying that bridge.
No, Dobak's already got a bit of TNT ready. Bit of a risk, and a lot of his team is on the bridge.
And several of his teammates dead now because of his TNT drop.
Oh, what was that? One tank just fell straight into the water below. I'm not too sure whose Skyfire that is. I think it's SDP's. Looks like they've...
Oh, it looks like we had somebody on the block, at least for a split second, as we do have a sliver taken off. It was Vedmina Gora.
Not entirely sure where she came from.
Eh? Just coming around the back, trying to, you know, do that sneaky cap.
Pudmaster's really pushing all their troops up that stairway at the moment. Trying to retake this side of the bridge so they can destroy that.
Yeah, and if Pubmasters manages to stop SDP here, that is going to be a big win for them.
I mean, there's still another 2 points they can build bridges, but it's going to take a couple time to get that other bridge up.
Yeah, definitely though. Pubmaster not known for their defensive capability. Maybe they've been working on that in the past, 2 weeks.
Yeah, it does look like that anyway. They're doing... I'm not... Yaznitsky almost destroyed himself there. Getting the TNT stuck.
The funny part I saw there was Runtu, who eventually picked the TNT up and died with it. Actually, was at the top of the bridge when that TNT got dropped and used the collision to push it off the bridge.
The interesting thing is SDP are actually one man down. Just noticed.
Oh, and look at Dagon right now at the front door. 5 TNTs running away, just lit him.
Let's see if that takes the door out. Oh, STP got destroyed. Still about a third life left.
Yeah, still a little bit of life. That is one of the heftier doors here in the game. Oh, and there goes the slime.
That stuff
STP
kills you quickly.
Dagon dying to the slime. Runtu dying from that from live up there.
A lot of sacrifices going on down there. I'm surprised that Pubmaster's not really pushing anyone outside yet. Generally, like, when I'm a tank, normally what I do is I actually get outside the base, stand in front of the door.
Yeah, and SDP basically has decided, screw the bridges, we just want to open this door.
Yeah, obviously both bridges are now down, so... Alligator Skin's defending live as she just kind of casually picks off a few enemies.
Yeah, and Dobak's shield actually protecting that door there from that last TNT blast.
Got a nice defense going on by Pubmaster here.
Yeah, I mean, we're down to 8 minutes on this second POC already. And there's only been one time that SDP has even touched it.
Yeah, they're doing well. Pubmaster getting a nice side switch in now. It's obviously just frozen them all. But, he's using up a little bit more time.
Yeah, Great Freezer definitely out there, with Partisan, doing a lot of counter work here on the SDP team. Impression as well out there.
Yeah, hindering their movements is what they need to do. It's working rather well. They barely can get past that rune on the floor. Oh, the door's been destroyed. I didn't even notice.
Oh, did the door finally get destroyed? Alright,
Yeah.
so the door is finally destroyed. So I'm going to take a nice vantage point up here in the wall that I like to take. If I can manage to get up there. We do have a steam hammer right below where I am camping out at.
There's also a mortar set up there. Yep, Yamiski already had a mortar ready and set up.
And he's got a wall up there to protect his back. So great positioning there by Yaznitsky.
He's going to have a nice, lots of kills from that point.
Oh yeah. So he can definitely just pelt anybody who gets on that POC right now. That mortar, as we discussed earlier in the stream, so very powerful. Oh, and he gets knocked off.
He's got knocked down. He's being defended. Is he destroyed? Where is he?
Oh, he's still got it. He's still got it. But yeah, Delvarus up there using that power attack to knock him down.
Now looks like they've dedicated Alligator Skin to defending the mortar now.
Yeah, definitely. That team works very well. Yaznitsky and Alligator Skin. I've seen them play a lot together. Work as a team. So having them go together, Alligator Skin, one of the better tanks in the game, defending the back there of Yuzhnitsky. That mortar's not going down anytime soon.
Nah, they got nice defense. That's going to change the element of the game here. It's going to make it a lot easier to defend.
And we're just seeing SDP come back in here. You got Dagon and who's the other orc that just came in?
I can't pronounce that. Oh, I'm surprised is that orc in the point wasn't blocking those mortar hits. He really should have got his shield up, but he was just sitting there taking it instead.
Yeah, definitely. And with all of those pubmaster players running around, maybe he just thought he needed to take the damage from those players. The mortar damage would be a lot less than the damage he would take from other players.
Yeah. Now I'm wondering if Yuzhnitsky will actually set up a steam hammer or not.
Yeah, he did have one before, but not anymore. It has been taken down. His portal's still up behind that that right statue there.
Continuously bombarding the door though. Where it's such a narrow point, obviously that mortar's just going to hit every single unit that comes through.
Yeah, bottlenecks like that, the mortar really shines at.
So, is it Vedmina was about to set up a Skyfire then, but got hit by a mortar just at the last point.
Yeah, well,
fighting live.
That mortar is just tremendously powerful.
I believe the mortar's actually been taken out.
Finally.
By SDP. Yeah, Inquisitor snuck round, took out the mortar and live.
Yeah, and that's really what you expect your Inquisitor to do. That is his job. Get behind the line, kill those things that are putting all that DPS down, and just make sure, to destroy, say, teleporters, steam hammers, anything like that.
Yeah, that's obviously that is their main job. Sneak him out.
And it's funny too, because coming into the Summer League, people talked about how, high-level play, you don't see Inquisitors. And to me, it's just kind of odd. They serve a very important purpose.
Yeah, it's definitely strange. I mean, one of the best players I know was my mate, who's a Mindhunter. He's an amazing player. I mean, he's a Inquisitor, obviously, one of the best ones I know. And he can obviously change the element of the game. It stops enemies having any range.
We have a single tick up on the POC right now.
Yeah, let's see if they can just knock. Currently, there's about 4 or 5 STPs in the area actually, against only a couple of Podmasters.
Yeah, Partisan just comes in and cleans up though. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna knock all of you out. Partisan smash.
Looks like they're still trying to get a cannon. They're still using their cannon back at the spawn. Saw one cannibal come in then.
Yeah, and definitely that's why you've seen the Pubmaster tanks holding up a shield, because they do have that option of that cannon to clear.
Yeah, that cannon's basically insta-kill no matter what you are. Look, that's a beautiful shot by a cannon there.
Yeah. And if you have somebody feeding you, you can just keep it aimed right on that spot.
Yeah. Looks like that cannon's actually done them a nice bit of help there. They've pushed him back there. Pubmaster's still fighting on. 2 minutes 55 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like we still have half of that POC almost, lit up blue. It's actually down now, going down, neutralized completely by Pubmaster. So yeah, you guys can see that cannon off in the distance. It is destroyed now. It looks like. Maybe?
It's destroyed? Yeah, it looks like it. The green light's on it, so that would suggest it's destroyed.
Let's go take a look at that real quick. It doesn't seem like any of that stuff. Yep, and no stress actually putting the boxes out there. We have about 120 seconds left on the readiness, but with those red boxes there, it's going to immediately build it when it comes off of its readiness.
120 seconds though, that's about the end of the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it'll be up
2
5
minutes,
seconds.
so... And if they can manage to get on the POC and keep somebody on the POC, and then that cannon comes up and somebody just demolishes all of Pubmaster, they'll be able to take that POC even with the 0 clock.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen it happen before. I mean, sometimes it's in the last seconds of the game where the team is most desperate. They're all just trying to rush in, and that's when they capture it. But Pubmaster are doing really well with their defense at the moment. They got a lot of players in there, lots of orcs.
Yeah, definitely. It really does seem to me like they have worked on their defensive strategies here since the 3 weeks ago that I last saw them. So, they're becoming a more well-rounded team, and they know how to play the game now. They're tried and true at this point, and they're really stopping SDP, right at these gates.
Yeah. Hang on. What? Okay. Now, one thing I would have thought SDP might have tried by now is to set up a bridge again. Now, if they got a bridge up now, they could actually have like a little bit of flanking going on. Obviously, coming from the main gate and from the sides. Yeah. It's a bit strange.
Definitely.
That they're just trying to continuously push through this one gate, and it's not working for them. They should have really noticed that.
Additionally, they could take out this portal end here that Pubmasters has been using for some time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that portal leads them straight onto the point. It's like an insta spawn. It's a bit interesting, and this is the point of the game where a sapper would have been useful on their team. They could have had one set up inside the castle, and obviously would have been able to go in a different entrance instead of just being forced through this narrow doorway.
Yeah, pretty much. I will agree with you. The sapper really was the determination in this game. From the mortar to the teleporter to that little bit of time with the steam hammer, even though we do have another steam hammer up, that was the deciding factor. And so often you see that the sapper decides the game.
Yeah. Oh, so a really good sapper can obviously just help your team out extra mentally. Now, obviously, they just need to knock off the last few members of SDP.
Yeah, and there's still SDP sitting there.
Run to use. Is he dead now? Yeah, he's dead. There we go. Okay, the timer's gone back up to 1. Yeah, I think that's a good game.
Should be GG.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there we go.
Alright, so there are our MVPs. We got Dagon and Live. So Dagon representing SDP 27-17, and Live the
29.
Sister of Fire 29-9. Yeah.
That's nice. 511,000, 91,000 damage. Obviously, that is a good map for witches because they can just sit on the walls and shoot. Decent places to take out a lot of enemies.
Alright, and yeah, Yakos, that actually was game 1 of the finals, so now we're going to see Pubmasters. We're going to see that All-Stars team from Pubmasters go and attack SDP. So, yeah, All-Stars won that game, and yeah, so they're up 1-0 on SDP. SDP has to stop that All-Star team from Pubmasters from getting that last point to actually even it up here. So
it's going to be an interesting game. I want to see what type of tactics they use. Obviously, the only difference around this time round is that SDP are going to have a sapper. No, sorry, not. Your Pubmaster will have a sapper, so that could change. See if that changed anything.
Showing up in the chat. One of my fellow stream people. He's actually a producer over for Riveting TV. So, what's up, Disfire? Thanks for tuning in. They're actually doing a tournament for another game right now, so very interesting to see him over here, checking out what we're doing. So, give me a nice little heart. So yeah, I'm ready up on that next game. So yeah,
1 minute.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, no, this is 1 minute 30 to the game starts. And this is going to be an interesting game. I think if All Stars win this one as well, then SDP are going to have to start to worry. They have to pull something out of their asses on the last one. Sandstorm Temple though, it's a completely different map, so could be interesting.
Yeah, Alexander, right now, I am a MCTS and .NET 3.5, but right now I'm doing a data integrations job for a company down in San Clemente, California. So yeah, I drive 45 miles a day each way to get to work, so it's like an hour and a half drive. Oh, looks like Disfireco was over on my stream, as well as Kilder again. Kilder I actually work with, so yes. All right.
Now, knowing about the STP's attack methods, I think they're going to win the Sandstorm Temple game. Just because, you know, they're really good at pushing forwards, and that game is about pushing forwards.
Yeah, definitely. So really it comes down to if SDP can win this game?
Yeah, I think so. If they win this game, I think they would have Sandstorm in the bag, and then it's just like Toxic Bay, really. And Toxic Bay is an interesting map. That could prove difficult. Especially if STP just kind of push forwards, attack everything.
Yeah, pretty much. So it looks like we're 10 seconds out, and Alexander, I mean, it's definitely one of those things where, Americans either make a shit ton of money in the top percentile, but the rest of us make either, you know, just a little bit more than enough to survive, or just enough to survive, or maybe a little bit less and get handouts from the government. So I know it's worse in other parts of the world, so I'm not actually complaining. I'm just saying, for, you know, what I'm used to. I mean, I don't have any money right now.
The same.
So yeah, game 2. One thing I like to do on this map, there's a huge, beautiful lake all the way over here. You can see the braziers on the top of the mountains, kind of, you know, that Lord of the Rings style deal.
Yeah, it looks like Iosaron's just behind that mountain because it's all red as well. It's just cash.
Yeah.
Mordor.
So yeah, this big old frozen lake out here. I definitely, you know, they've gone all out on these maps, and I'm not doing it justice with my my GTX 640, but yeah. I mean, oh look, there's like little Northern Lights type deals in the sky.
There's like a little orc camp in the distance. I just zoomed in like hell. Oh.
All right, so here we go, game 2.
So obviously they're going to insta-take this point, and I'm going to be interested if they go for the cannon method or STP's method of just charge in.
Oh yeah, and look at this, SDP pushing out just as far as Pubmasters did last game, you know, when the tides were turned.
Yeah, they've ignored the cannon for now. They might go back for it later. For now they're just going to probably try to push through STP's attack.
Yeah, definitely if they don't push them back to those initial towers there with the bridge and the first POC, they don't want to build that cannon, as the cannon would actually just get destroyed right away. So yeah, definitely at the onset of the match, you know, when the other team pushes out that much, I wouldn't say building the cannon is a good thing necessarily.
Yeah, that's true. Obviously, the cannons kind of like back up afterwards. Once you get to the point, then you can start to build cannons and things like that.
Yeah, and really, to me, that cannon takes 2 people. It takes one person to aim, one person to constantly feed cannon bolts.
That's true. If you want it efficiently, anyway.
Yeah. And tell you the truth, when you're putting that much damage down using that cannon, I could see, you know, devoting 2 people to it. You know,
obviously, STP, they're on. Pubmasters have made it onto the. Sorry, Blair. STP are on the point, but.
Yeah, SDP defending, Pubmasters attacking, and there's several Pubmasters in that one tower. They're still on the point right now. Could they manage to, you know, take this point rather quickly?
They managed to kill it. I'm not sure what that Twitch thing is there, but yeah, if they manage to kill these now, I mean, STP are gonna have a problem. They got to respawn and get back in quickly. Pubmaster could take that. What they need to do is STP have got a teleport in that right tower.
Yeah,
they need to take that out.
The thing is, SDP once again without a sapper. Granted, they are the defender. They don't have as far to run this time around, but still, we'll see how that works out for them, as that was a little bit of that deciding factor last game.
I mean, if they get the mortar, mortar's gonna be great against like possibly even the door. I mean, if they ever resorted to destroying the door, the mortar's gonna help the kill that quicker.
Yeah, so definitely, you know, we're looking at SDP to stop, you know, Pubmaster here, but it's not looking good so far.
They've got the cannon going already, hitting the door and the wall.
Yeah, and it looks like that left cannon for SDP is dead. We do have Snuka from Pubmaster up on the wall doing some damage.
Ooh. Okay, the cannon kind of just knocked out all of Pubmaster's people off the point, but they seem to come back now. That's the only bad thing about the cannon, is you can knock your own players away.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a bit of a pain. You do know when to shoot. Pubmaster currently have control of the bridge. Hopefully they don't shoot that cannon.
2 ticks away. Two ticks away. 1 tick away. Dagon getting knocked off.
That bridge was, there we go. Bridge was about to be destroyed anyway.
Yeah, yeah. And that bridge definitely. I like to destroy that bridge as soon as possible, especially in pub games.
Yeah, and yeah, it's cool. It's nice to watch as it crumbles away.
So yeah, we do have Partisan from Pubmaster and Delver's going one-on-one up here. Who's gonna win? Delver's running away.
Oh, cannonball there goes straight into their spawn. Well, their old spawn anyway.
And SDP now at this point where they could not pass last game, and they're on the defending side this time. So let's see if they can stop Pubmasters at that exact same point.
Hopefully they learn from SDP. Yeah, hopefully SDP have learned from Pubmaster's defensive tactics. Not really much going on with the attacking though, and there's no walls going up. Sorry, bridges going up.
Yeah, no bridges going up. It does look like they might be carrying a few items.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for a bridge on the left side at the moment with Yasniski. There goes the bridge. looks like an orc just got crushed by the rubble.
Yeah, and SDP actually, pulled all of that TNT up and blew it all up. They don't want that TNT to actually be in front of that door, so he quickly got rid of it.
A little bit of disorganization there, where they started to build a bridge on one side, but so they've got a bridge on the right side set up now.
And obviously they're trying to make their way up that bridge. And most of SDP there, including Dagon, SDP, and Delverus, Jack as well there. So some of the better players here from SDP blocking that bridge from Pubmaster.
Skyfire there is kind of burning everyone.
Yeah, it does look like both cannons on the wall are down. On the left side, readiness 100, so the 100 seconds left on that. On the right side, it just went down, so that's 230 seconds left as of right now.
Pubmasters now are attacking from both sides, so they've got both the bridges. So they're in the point in the moment, while some of them are still fighting on the wall.
Yeah, and they are fighting over this POC right now. They're about 2.5 ticks into that POC.
STP's about to chuck down a nice Skyfire there. That's going to do a lot of damage to the enemy attacking.
Yeah, they definitely had to run away from that POC, though. Alligator Skin running back in, dying now. Impression in there.
Snooky's doing the Inquisitor's job there. He's kind of snuck around and killed all the witches.
Snooker! Some of these names, man, they just make me smile. They just make me grin ear to ear.
I do like Snooky. He was dirty, like his costume as well. It just reminds me of Spider-Man. Like red and black.
Oh, it does look like we have an SDP spawn coming in on this POC right now. So, and they all get power attacked out. So yeah, we got 2 tanks and a pally, and
there we go.
Oh, and there goes the door as well. That POC has been taken. We are on the last one. This is that last stand right now. Yeah,
they've obviously Pubmaster doing a lot better than STP so far.
Oh,
did last time anyway. Now onto the favourite point of the game.
Oh yeah, and Pubmaster, Alligator Skin, and Partisan both on there right now. 1/4 down. Yasnitsky coming in too. It's going down. Dagon dropping it.
Will it go down in time though? And they are slowly capturing it. They need to get people in there now.
Oh, and live coming in, launching Dagon in the air for a split second. That might have helped him out, but yeah, no.
Like yeah.
It's
I think they're all going to die. Yeah. They're all going to be dead soon.
Though Alligator Skin getting in there, taking out Dagon, rolling it back up.
Oh, they could have a chance here. Pubmaster pushing forwards with everything they've got now ready. Snooky's taken on the world.
You know what I love to do on this map with my sapper? Put a wall as close as I can to that crank.
They just can't grab it then.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea, really. They should do that.
Yeah, but right now, no pub master's really up at that crank. Though Live is there, Yasnitsky's going up, but it looks like everybody on the POC is going to die.
Yeah. Oh, stopped. Now they're gonna slowly die from acid. They go back up.
Live, bringing it back up.
Now
sending it back down.
Noticing that there's an entire enemy team on it.
Yeah, he wants to kill everybody on that team at this point. And that is exactly what he's going to do. They run around like little cockroaches when you turn the light on, and they're all dead.
Dagon got out though, he just managed to jump out of there.
Ugh. So yeah, Pubmaster's swarming that crank at this point.
Yeah, what they need to do is keep one person on defense for it.
Yeah, most of them jumping off from that crank onto the POC at this point, about halfway through.
Ooh, it's going down quickly.
3/4. Can they do it? Can they get it in time?
Platform's going down, STP are chucking everything they've got at it. As long as the one STP member is in there, they're not going to be able to capture it. It's definitely a bit of an intense game here.
Yeah,
they've got a steam hammer set up.
That ice, too, on the ground.
We go.
There it is. There's the game.
Good game there.
Pubmasters, has not beaten SDP before in all of the Summer League. And they're up 2-0 now on SDP. MVP Jasnitsky, 11-3. And I don't know what that is. 1-5. Sorry, Russian people. Oh.
Now, for the next game, I believe SDP have got the advantage on Sandstorm Temple. But, I mean, Pubmaster have surprised us actually today, so...
Yeah,
could be interesting.
They've worked on their defense quite a bit. So,
obviously, yeah, they've obviously noticed where their weak points are and they've worked on it. It's always a good sign for a team. It's going to be interesting, though. I mean, if Pubmaster get this game, they've won the tournament.
Yeah, they've won, and they've taken it in 3. I mean, let me go look at this real quick. Pubmaster All-Star. That means they did not lose a single game in the championship tournament if they win this next game.
That is impressive.
That is definitely impressive.
This is gonna be interesting. I kind of want, STP to win this game. Makes it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
But with Pubmaster's record,
I almost want to leave my chat up just because of the last chat message on there. It's Disfireco saying Compton is smexy. I'm really not, but it feeds my ego. My massive ego that needs to be stroked, apparently. It's a little inside joke. Sorry, guys. I probably shouldn't use inside jokes with you guys, but especially with a completely different community. Yeah. So. But yeah, Yakko, without the Sapper, any type of high-tier game, really, really hard to play. I mean, that's almost like coming without a Paladin, in my opinion.
Yeah, obviously. Sapper, with any siege map, you need one Sapper. They're a key element of advancing. Yeah. Obviously, with like capture points, like King of the Hill maps, it's not as important because it's just one area.
And definitely, I'm not as big of a fan of a Sapper on Meteor type game mode because it's constantly moving around the map.
Yeah, so, it's hard to be a Sapper on those type of maps.
I mean, you have to build a lot of stuff. The teleporter definitely advantageous, but yeah, I mean, you can't set up a steam hammer really. You can't set up anything because it's moving around the map so much, and those things take time to build.
It does look like Pubmaster have actually opted out their Sapper and have replaced it with an Ice Witch. So they have 4 Ice Witches on their team now. That's a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
That is going to be terrifying.
I would not like to be on that game.
So yeah, as we were saying, Sapper not as effective on this type of game mode. So they definitely went with swapping that out, like you said.
I'm just trying to look at the other ones. The SDP have an Inquisitor though, because that could prove helpful against the Witches.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. As you know, they can backstab once and kill those witches if they're not paying attention. So yeah, guys, here we go.
Let's play a bit of football.
Oh
Or
yeah.
soccer.
Rugby.
Rugby's good actually. I like rugby.
I'd say it's more like rugby.
Yeah,
It's
try.
rugby.
This is a giant ball. Screw carrying that around.
Yeah. Dude, if I tried to carry that, it would probably crush me. I may be 6'4", 260 pounds, but I mean, a meteor like that, I mean, dude, it's got to be hot too.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know how it gets in there. Half the time it spawns inside the temple. This is a cool map though. The only dodgy thing about this map is that weird elevator. I always get glitched out by that. Like the amount of times it's chucked me straight into the atmosphere and I just died.
Nice. But yeah, nothing anywhere around. There are sandstorms that do come up. Makes casting a little harder. But yeah, it's a cool effect.
This is a nice map. The graphics in this map are pretty sweet with the teleports and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
They just look
you
really
know,
cool.
There are those side teleports that you can get out of too.
Yeah,
Alright, so
obviously
here we
you
go.
need to. Where am I? Alright, so the ball's spawned inside the place and it's bounced up.
Alright, so we are on the ball. Yeah. Ha, see what I did there? Looks like Pubmasters is going to grab it first.
This is
Trade
gonna be a
off to
fun.
Alligator.
This is gonna be a fun map to commentate. Move and the screening about constantly.
Oh, it's definitely an interesting. You have to do a lot more camera work on this. Alligator Skin with the ball right now, moving it.
Yeah, obviously good. The good main tactic for this one is keep your tanks on the ball. You don't want any other classes on it.
Yeah, and I don't know why Pubmasters didn't opt for, say, going with 3 tanks as
Would've
opposed
been-
to 4 ice witches.
Yeah, I guess they thought as long as they got one tank and the ice witches freeze everything around them, they got a safe passage possibly.
Yeah, possibly. We do see Doback with it right now. You know, moving up that ramp, dropping the ball.
STP. Jack's trying to. He's hiding in the corridor at the moment. Drop the ball. I think it's just falling down there.
Yeah, it has fallen down. Jack has it. He's running with it
Kinda
down
glitched
the
out.
hallway.
Just glitching out the map with my camera. It's fine.
Yeah, in this map, you really kind of want to stay in the walls when it's underneath, just so that, you know, you don't actually get attacked. And, you know, if you're in the building, you can kind of see the whole downstairs a bit. So it does look like it's coming out on the blue side of the map, so...
Alligator Skin's got the ball again. Oh, he's just been smashed though. Ice Witch has proven effective, especially in this enclosed area.
Yeah, and it does look like the ball's still just kind of hanging out in that one spot, though, you know, people from each team keep picking it up. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the reason I also stay in the wall is because as spectators, we can actually be hit and die. So when you get in these close quarters situations, you kind of, you know, need to find a good camera angle that, you know, allows you to see what's going on while also, you know, not being hit. So
far I've been lucky. I've not actually been hit yet. I'm an adventurous cameraman.
yeah, and usually if you stay in the middle of the building, you can see those corridors. You can just see open walls. So it does look like it is more on the red side now. We do have a couple of people from Pubmaster running on in. Doback picking the ball up at this point.
Yeah, he's moving it away now. He's to be trying to push forward as much as they can. I mean, in this point, what I would have done here is Pubmaster should get the ball. They should go back up towards their base and then around. Because at the moment it's chaos in here. Like, you're never going to get your way through all the way through.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things. I mean, if you can manage to clear it out, you can manage to get the ball. Alligator Skin, you know, pulling it back out. There we go.
This is doing exactly what I said. You must have heard me. So now
we
he's
do have a
probably
sandstorm.
going to go around the edge of the temple now. Yeah, there we go. See.
Yeah, you got Yasnitsky, yeah, you got the Paladin, Doback, and Partisan running up with him as well. So Yasnitsky actually picking it up and running with it.
It's a bit strange, but okay. Now, obviously, what most people do is someone will run behind the character carrying the ball and it actually speeds them up, kind of like gives them a little push.
Yeah, definitely using that collision in this game. Great use of that collision.
Oh, Soka trying to freeze the ball carrier there.
So, stalemate so far, and we have just under 6 minutes left to go.
Yeah, the ball's closer to Pubmaster. I mean, if Pubmaster kind of fall back now, STP have got a chance.
Yeah, and then Vedmina actually moving it forward rather at a quick pace.
Now with this game, I believe if the game ends 0-0, doesn't it depend on what player's got the most points?
Yes, I believe it does, but we do see a bunch of Pubmasters coming out of that side portal.
Yeah, that was a nice ambush. 5 more minutes to go for the first goal. Hopefully we'll see one soon. Looks like STP are slowly making their way advance. Yeah, Alexander, I feel your pain.
Alligator skin, picking up the ball, moving it.
Attempting to. Ice Witch is really proven to be an effective unit on her. There's ice everywhere.
Yeah, but for Pubmaster, running with the 4 Ice Witches, I mean, that
doesn't appear to be working at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely are, the ball's definitely closer to their goal, so...
Surprised no one's pushing Dobak. Which is generally a decent tactic.
Dagon's coming in.
Dobak's trying to sneak around the battle.
Yeah, and you can see Dobak there turning his back to Dagon and run to you. Definitely when you're carrying the ball, you can't sprint, so keeping your front side to whoever's trying to attack you very advantageous as you walk.
Yeah, obviously the advantage STP have here is they have an Inquisitor, so if he gets lucky from behind.
Oh, how did the ball get thrown all the way over there?
I'm not too sure there. I think kind of just teleported. Interesting.
Nope. Dobak going really far out of the way, man.
Eventually it will die if he gets too far out. Might have been what happened to the last ball. Yeah, there we go. See, they're leaving the area, so it's getting teleported back.
Yeah, so Alligator's getting picked it up frozen. There. I don't know about Paladin carrying the ball at this point.
Yeah, he really should be healing. And
looks like Sandstorm has concluded, so no more of that brown dust flying around.
It's obviously going to help for the Fire Witches and stuff.
So it looks like Dobak going for that tactic of taking it around to the back side of the portal, so anybody who spawns in from STP has to run around the portal in order to get to the ball. But
it was rolling away.
Yeah, definitely. Pubmaster, pushing, and they now have it to that exact same point where we were saying those 4 Ice Witches weren't working for them, but on the opposite side now.
They are pushing. Actually, this one tank is getting quite far away. He's on his own. Obviously walking backwards, so his back's not showing to the enemy.
Yeah, definitely, it's one of those things where there's a huge chaos going on, and somebody just picks the ball up and runs with it, and nobody realizes, hey, where'd the ball go?
Now, currently, 2.5 minutes to go. Top scoring players are really close to each other as well. I mean, if there's no goal soon, they're going to have to try to work on just getting points.
Yeah. And it looks like Dobak free running. He's running into a zombie though.
Oh, will he make it? He's made it past the defense.
Oh, Delveris. Dagon.
Dagon's moved in, I think. Oh, that's close. Last line of defense came in.
Yeah, it was that new spawn there. If it wasn't for that, spawn of players coming in, I actually think Dobak would have actually gotten it all the way in.
Yeah, you definitely made a push through. Oh, alligator skin though now.
Oh, moving! Still!
STP's got the ball though. Whoa, it's getting close there. They really need to get it out of there. Good idea. STP's pushing that tank. Can't pronounce his name. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing now. He's kind of just stuck.
I think he's just trying to keep it, from them getting a score at this point. Seem to get a good angle on what is going on.
Yeah, SDP, he's kind of just sitting in the corner at the moment. I believe he's just trying to hide, because SDP do have the highest scoring point at the moment, so if the game ended now, they would win.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going for. They're trying to keep it closer to their base so they have the quicker respawn in so that they can manage to get more points than Pubmasters. You know, and I haven't seen a game, you know, in competitive play here that has actually gone 0-0, so...
No, this is an interesting game. Oh, Pubmaster dove back again, trying to get up that slope beast.
Apparently that tank is named Brig, so...
Brig. Okay, thanks Alex. Mando.
Alex helping us out with the Russian translations.
Now Pubmaster dropping in there. Obviously they're going to surround any STPs in there now though.
And we have 30 seconds left.
It's getting close. STP still in the lead though with their healer. Oh, Pubmaster though, got a nice army moving forward.
Nice army moving forward. They could get it right here with 15 seconds left.
STP have just charged through. This is close.
Oh, it's almost there. It's there.
They've lost. STP have won the championship. It's done.
Wow. Wow, clutch push right there.
Last 2 seconds of the game. Beautiful game. Lots of celebrations going on.
Oh my goodness.
Nice end to the final.
Yeah. So looking Undertaker 1 and 3, Paladin up at the top there for SDP. Were they 2 players down the whole time?
I'm not sure actually. I didn't check.
23 and 3. You know, going for Pubmaster for their MVP, and that's gonna be it.
Pubmaster are the champions.
All-Stars. Wow, man. Having
All
never
the way.
beaten SDP before and coming in and dropping them in 3 in the finals at a best out of 5. Wow.
That's a nice game. Didn't lose one game.
And it all came down to 15 seconds.
Right at the last push. This massive bulk of people pushed forwards at the end.
Oh my goodness, that was amazing. So, yeah, I mean, that's basically all we have for you guys. Congratulations to All-Stars being the complete champions of the Summer League. So, yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. I would have thought SCP would have won that game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was sad to see Kind go out in the beginning. But thanks to all those teams that made it to this invite-only tournament, as stated throughout the stream, yeah, this is it for Panzar for the Summer League. But coming up September 6th is the start of the Fall League. You know, they have that upper tier and that lower tier. So all of those top teams are going to be in that upper tier. New teams all going to be in that lower tier. So if you don't want to just walk in and get your face pounded by these Pubmasters, these SDP, War Inc., you know, No Mercy, all of those top-notch, you know, clans, you don't have to worry about that because that lower tier is where you are going to be at. And you can make a name for yourself and then work your way up to being on par with these upper level teams. So yeah, I mean, Swish, thanks for coming on. Guys, he is BTR Panzar on Twitch, so you can go ahead and check out his stream. Any words you have to say, Swish, before we kick out?
No, I think you covered everything. Thanks for having me anyway.
Anytime. It's always nicer to have a co-host because then I don't have to talk the whole time and I don't lose my voice every Saturday.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys.
True, yeah.
I'm Compton EMT. Thanks for watching us. Definitely follow Panzar EN. Definitely follow my channel, Compton EMT. Follow BTR Panzar, BTR_Panzar here for Swish. And thanks for watching today. Thanks for watching throughout the tournament. Gonna give one more last shout out here to the. Let me kick back to the main. One more last shout out to those people watching and participating in the chat. So here's your chat list. Yeah, guys. Thanks. And over on my chat, over on Compton EMT. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'm Compton EMT, and with me was Swish. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching.
standing for shoulder, make mess. They're coming here, don't need to fear, but expect to see your party tomorrow in press. Crazy friends, I love them all, and if I stumble, I'm sure that I will fall. They say we're crazy, we're wicked and violent. They'll say we're awful, we're dancing to the point. Oh no, I'm so sorry you forgot. Oh no. Without asking, I will be here, as I know for sure that we can count on you. Just close your eyes and feel no fear. My heart is full and I owe so much to you. Without asking, I will be here, as I know for sure that we can count on you. Just close your eyes and feel